Yeah.
My favorite son. I've made this fucking giga complicated puzzle. Do it, or else you don't get your inheritance.
Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, you're playing that game.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You're in the
this
45th room or whatever, 46th room.
46
Yep.
room of the 45 room manor.
Yep.
Puzzles.
Fucking
Yeah, it's called Blueprint.
Blueprints.
blueprints.
Or Blueprint.
Because he's the prince.
dude.
The person who will inherit this highly sought after estate. Except first, I must complete some dumbass puzzle.
Risk your goddamn life.
Well, so, from what I understand of the game, the mansion is procedurally generated and resets each day.
Yes, it is a roguelike. This is a roguelike, fucking puzzle solving game.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
We're not
whoa.
dying.
Yep, no, we can't die.
Dang. That sucks.
We can
Like
only.
horrors beyond my imagination.
Unfortunately, not.
To hunt me down.
Hunt me down.
Yep. Thanks. Yep.
You'll lose
This
a
way.
feet, George.
Yep. Wow, that
Gain 2
sucks.
feet. Hi, Kitty Cat. Hello.
Guess I'll go with that one.
Hi. Meow.
Hallway.
Hi, you're sitting on my mouse, kitty.
Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. How much more? I only have one more in
Pick
this.
'em up.
I could
Pick
get
'em up.
2
Empty
items
your
for
pockets.
gold.
No bug. It's hurt. Alright. Put 'em up.
Do I want
Put 'em
money?
up, put 'em up,
Put 'em
put 'em
up.
up, put 'em up.
Put 'em up, cat. Put 'em up.
Beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em up.
I think I'm playing.
And I'll take 2 items.
You have to say it on my keyboard.
Oh, a sledgehammer. Can
Yeah,
shatter
yourself up.
padlocks on locked trunks. God, I wish. Where's the second item? Was that it? Oh, the gem was probably the second item. Yeah. Now, this way. Plus 10 steps. Corridor is always left unlocked. Oh, that fucking blows. I'll just go with the corridor, I guess. Oh. 4 stars or diamonds. I'm getting fucking scammed. Go with the Nook. Kagiyo. As you continue, you may wanna... Oh, paper. I probably should. But... Wow, I fucking... I'm getting... I mean, I could just... Yeah, fuck it. Key. There will be one box which displays true, only false, only one has a prize within. The black box is not empty. This is the black box. Okay, that one's lying. This is the black box. That one's also lying. The black box is not empty, which means that should be the truth.
It should be one of the other two.
Okay. Did you just say it should be one of the other two?
Yeah, because the other two are they said that they're the black boxes.
Yeah, and those were lies.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, only
But only
one
one of
has to
them
be
was lying.
true, one has to be false, but only one of them has the
Yeah.
prize. So this is a lie, that's the lie, and then this
That
is
was
also
also
a
the lie.
lie, and
Which
so
means the
that
other
one's
one
the
could
only
have
was the only one.
also. The other one also could have lied.
What? Which one?
Because only one of these is lying, right?
I think that's the only. I think it's guaranteed to what's it called to lie, but the other one is just like either or.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Mm.
like one of them is guaranteed lying. The other one, it could have had something in it.
Oh, I see.
Right, because one of them says that it's lying, that it's the black box, but the other one is not lying, saying that it's the black box, which means that.
Greetings.
Could've been
Logic.
either or. Yeah.
Can't crouch.
That or I'm just overthinking it. But
Perchance. It's blocked off. Oh, that's fucked
if
up.
the one that you opened was empty, then that would have been fucking funny because it would technically still make sense.
Yes. Fucking crazy. Well, that's unfortunate. What's this way? View the inventory of all items. I know the password for this because I've watched somebody play this.
Nice.
Yep. I know like a couple things, but most of these are also procedurally generated, so it's not like I really
Yeah.
have a good chance of. The only real things are like the puzzles at the end.
Damn, you're white as fuck.
Dude, yeah. Of course I am, dude. I'm getting an inheritance. Are you crazy? You think this is happening to
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Hispanic person? That shit is not out, bro. I've made jokes about this before, but the only thing they're leaving me when they die is the fucking what's it called? Bad genetics and sadness. Bad genetics and mental illness.
And I like drugs. I'm mentally ill and I'm on drugs.
Yep. Bro is looking. The looker.
There's still people who think that I'm in high school.
What?
Like, people at work.
Blue is true, red is lie. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. A redundant security measure, normal doors will be more likely to be locked.
Watching a video where Sue explains why being small and looking like a child kind of sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons actually.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I kind of feel that. 'Cause people at work think this literally this week because of spring break. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, today's spring break, isn't it?" I'm just like, "Man, this is Monday." It's just, bro.
They don't know. Critical
like,
information.
Yo. I was like, girl, I didn't bother because it's too fucking early in the morning to like speak up, but I was like, Jesus Christ. She looked at me, she was like, oh yeah, spring break, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, I guess I still pass.
How do I change it? Oh.
I can't
Set that
imagine
shit to
that,
unlocked.
but like for middle school or elementary school, that's probably fucking horrible.
What?
looking like a child.
Oh.
Like that short.
It's making the dial-up noises. Data transfer.
It is 1993. 1993.
19, 8 billion for door. Bruh.
Gooner gone. Everybody's drawing the shark now.
I'm just giving myself some steps.
Wonder why.
Yeah, no, it's kind of weird.
So true.
Maybe
Did
she
something
uploaded a
happen to
new
her a
music
few days
video
ago?
today.
Was she
Nah.
like graduating or something?
No, she uploaded a video today. That's why.
Oh, okay. So she's not graduating yet. Okay, cool. I thought she would be. Weird.
I always enjoy mathematical puzzles and appreciate that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Oh, I got a key card. Cool. No, dude. Wait, it's cooked.
Wait,
It's actually so cooked.
Wait, what did Sharp pilot the Mark II? Oh, yeah, because he stole one. Never mind.
Well,
Not that he
it's
stole two
doomed.
of them. I'm stupid.
First time you enter a bedroom. Oh, nice. Interesting. Wow,
I forgot that they steal two Gundams at the beginning of the
Welp. I got cooked with RNG. Yep. I just can't go anywhere anymore. God damn it.
Mentally ill and I'm on drugs. How this secret room changed this game forever. Well, yeah, there's a Star Wars XCOM like coming up. I wonder how this one's gonna happen. Let's see. And it looks like it's prequel era too. It's by Respawn.
Oh my god.
Oh god, it's by Respawn.
Oh, I don't have any well, I guess I may as well just go closet. What the hell is this? Oh, I can re-roll 4 plants. And I got a key. Okay. Bruh. I'll go with that. Okasama.
Oh, did she
Bro!
Randy Random?
Whatever. I think so.
So did she just picture Randy?
Randus. Guess I'll go with the parlor. Alright, Evan, you ready for another logic puzzle? Alright, the gems are on the floor. That's a lie. The gems are in this box. Undetermined. The gems are on the desk. That's also a lie. Well, that one wasn't too hard, I don't think. Food for sale. Sure. Let's see what's in here. A toaster. The main course is only served in the dining room. Banana, club sandwich, bacon and eggs. Morning room to today's draft pool. Porterhouse steak. Whoa. Oh, that's both. Okay. What? A elk and a dog tag? Sure. Security gives me a lot of space.
Wow. It's called like let's start wars. Whoa.
Utility closet. Breaker box. What the hell is a breaker box?
Dude, I just want X1 again.
Pepe laugh. Does he know?
That shit was peak. It was actually so much fun.
Oh, that's sick. Secret passage? That sounds so cool. I'll go with them.
So, like, give me the tank controls, man. That shit was great.
Yeah. Bro.
That shit was fantastic. Tank controls were good.
I'll take some money. An apple. Bridget, please pick up more fruit. We have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough. Oh. Interesting. Shimoni. That's me. I'm the one that's here.
Jeez,
the door's locked. How would the door be locked?
Who's designing these floors?
I don't fucking know, man. This guy was my grandpa needs to chill it on the drugs, bro. Like, I get that it's cool, but like, god damn.
This layout's dog shit. What the hell?
His ass was not cooking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's fucking giga cancer, actually. Wow, that's really annoying.
Guys, I think we're gonna die. Oh fuck.
Jam on toast, they will most likely write Satan on it and spread it. So
I'll check what the breaker box does. I have a key, so I can go in the other room. Key card entry system.
Oh fuck.
Back indicators.
Before Wakaba died, she told me, "I think I'm gonna die."
Fuck. Whoa.
I'm mentally ill and I'm on drugs.
I'm on drugs and mentally ill. Wait.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't remember what the first sentence is. He says, I am something. And I like jugs. Or I am something. And I like drugs. I like jugs. I'm mentally ill and I'm on drugs.
The cabinet has power? Why?
Because isn't that like a whole thing in government?
We learned the.
Did you get a degree on this?
What does that have to do with huh? Am I missing something? Are you the stupid one? You probably are.
The cabinet, like a
oh,
person in power's cabinet. You fucking.
That's not. That's an entire group of people actually. You fucking dumbass.
Yeah, see, that's why they have power, you fucking idiot.
I hate that.
Stupid.
Asterisk.
No, you're the dumbass.
Eggs, asterisk.
Excuse me.
Asterisk.
Asterisk unfertilizes your eggs. Asterisk.
Oh, unfertilized. How does that? I guess actually.
What?
What's a coat hanger?
What am I fucking listening to, man?
Fuck. Dude, I'm so tired. You get off my computer. I'm already laying down. Nope, I'm getting up. I'm turning off my computer.
Special order.
It's doomed. It's doomed. It's done. Goodbye.
Bye. Compass, a magnify, a metal detector. Got a metal detector. Where? Cool. Oh, that was a little stupid. Okay, whatever. Ow, my money. Is that all I could? That's all I could do, actually. God damn it. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go look outside. Make a wish? What? What'd that do? Did I just get scammed out of $1? What's this pathway? Toby.o. Let me jump off the mountain, please. Damn, this place looks cool. The grounds. The hell? I don't have fire. Well, nothing else I can do anyway. Okay, can I not get stranded immediately again? That'd be nice. Okay, it done. Give me that. Go up this time. One up this time. That's annoying. I don't want to dead end myself just yet, so I'll just do that. A billiard room? Sure. Oh, dude, if I was a kid in this estate, I'd start drinking. I'd be like, ooh. What's this? 1? 1 and 10. 11? No. 1 and 16? 50? I don't know what that is. 20? Nope. Okay. So 15, 7, 8? Oh! 15 minus 19, 4.
15 minus 19, 4.
Yeah. I didn't say it in the right order, but it was close enough. But I don't know what that is. What is that?
0.
Is that multiplication?
15. Wait, 15 minus 4. Wait, 19 minus 15.
Yes.
What? What was your?
19 minus 15. 4. 20? It was multiplication. Oh god, what is this? What the fuck do you even mean? What? Is 13 minus 15 times 3?
That would be a negative number. It's 15 minus 19.
Yeah, fuck you. It's either or. That'd be 2 times 3, which would be 5? Maybe? If I correct? Nope. Fuck. 1, 50, 16. 8. Where's the 8? Like, fucking. Yep. 19 minus 54. And then 5 times 4. 20. And then this one again. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Am I stupid? Is it 6? I am an idiot. Classic. The silver key. Many doors. Cool. More puzzles, sure. What we got? The statement on the white box is true. Statements with the word white are always true. The gems are in the white box. Oh, fuck. What the hell is this? The gems are in the white box. Statements with the word white are always true. So that one has to be false because all of them have the word white on them. And statement on the white box is true, which means this one is false, which means it's the blue one. Fuck! God damn it, I'm stupid. Happens. Let's make a hallway. This way? Spread gem in each green room. I think. Let's go with the nursery. Anything in here? Oh, a key. The Red Prince. There was a Red Prince who sat on a red throne. Huh. A story about you if it needs to be said about a Red Prince and his book, the Red Book we just read. Interesting.
Sausage Throne, yeah.
That game is fucking hilarious. Kimi? Kimi.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing 14 stuff soon.
Pog.
Doing the second EX, right?
Oh shit, Pogairs.
We got the wing, we get the mount from the first one.
Pog.
Just a pair of wings, which is fantastic.
That does sound nice.
Yep. I'm fishing until we get the part Party's going.
Itching to go fishing.
Playing with Ro and her brother and her brother's friends.
Oh. That's wild. I didn't know they played.
Yep.
God damn it. Bless you. Fuck. I'm getting fucking cooked, bro. What is this?
Someone asked Nimi about the 24th night of September.
September?
Yeah, because that's what the RimWorld stuff is called.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Dude,
And she said
oh
we
my
should
God.
have an event like that.
True. Whoa. That sounds sick as hell. A conference room. Spreading items. Some special items allow you to spread items throughout your house. And as they're spread, they are immediately placed in several rooms currently in your estate. However, if you have a conference room, there's put this room instead. Oh, cool. Safe code 9083. But that red ones are lies. After meeting all adjourned, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Office safe. What? 9083, but it's red. Doesn't that mean it's a lie? This room counts as 2 bedrooms? Holy shit. Oh wait, it's so cooked actually. Game. Oh, today's what? Aw. Hamster! Oh, hamster! It's a hamster. Yum.
A Boomba is self-tamed. Oh no. Oh. Now she's concerned that it's gonna explode, and everyone's saying it's good, it's great, it's great.
I have her stream on.
Oh,
A
you
little
still
bit.
have it on? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear her, mostly. Rank 8.
It really doesn't want that Boomba boat.
I mean, yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll make it a coat check, because my entire pathing is fucked regardless. Ding. Paperclip and the tree. Anything else in it? I'll get a key. Whoa, a magnifying glass. Lit. How do I use it? Oh. Oh! I have to... They did tell me to take notes. Okay. That's good. Blue is addition. Yellow is subtraction. I can't fucking type. Pink is multiplication. And purple is division. Anything else? Antechamber appears to be sealed by all four sides. There must be a way to get it open. Huh. I didn't think that actually helped. That's cool. I just hope it's 3 ways. I'll just take a hallway. And I'll take a parlor. Here we go again. Logic puzzle time. You are in the parlor. That is true. This box is empty. Who knows? The blue box is true. And this one... Wait, what? I am in the parlor. That is true. And that means this box wouldn't be empty. Oh, fuck. I am in the parlor. Oh my god. What? But how does that make... Shit. They can't all be true. Which means this one has to be lying. Is it this one? Oh! I did it. Kitchen? I don't have money. Closet would also be good. Oh, I'll take a closet. Give me some items. Item me. Key card and a gem. Whoa. Whoa. I'll take a dark room. Fuck it. That sounds cool. Anything in here? Blinded.
Blinded. Clock out.
Clock out. Gem requirements. I'll go with that one. Clock out.
Right. I have to step up and be the man to fucking start shit.
Well, now.
Alright. I go. Would you like me to disconnect you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. This is the third time this month you have been gone. Services required. Absence must be accounted for. Can't just skip work, bro. I can't open that. I guess the garage is a dead end. The archives. Old giraffe. Oh god. I'll go with the billiards. Keys. Oh, the car keys. That's lit. 4. 16. What? 4 plus 9. 13. What? That 15? Oh. What? Four? 16. Yay! Keys. Go with the chapel. Fuck. Go with the bedroom. Bruh. Guest bedroom. Yes, I remember that. Bjork, Bjork, Bjork. I'm gonna go back to the garage before I forget again. Yay. The drop-off address. Oh. Oh, there's a trunk too. Upgrade disc. Whoa. Estate terminal. What? Oh shit, I gotta get a security room. Fuck. Anything else I can open? Nope. Okay, cool. Let's go this way. Furnace. The den's good. I need gems. I already have one that's going that way, so I think this is probably the move. Courtyard. Hmm? Gimme. I have keys out the ass. Key for a key. Ah, security. Yes, dude, that's so good. How do I... Oh, insert disk. A nook, a breakfast nook, and a reading. Oh! You will always draw a library. I don't know if bacon and eggs is better. Hmm. I don't know what the library does. No, clearly it's an upgrade, so I'm just gonna go with that. Reading nook. Okay. This way. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Oh, I don't have a... Damn it. Get a corridor. Spare room. Boudoir. East Wing Hall. Go with the pantry to not end the streak. Apple. A dining room. Wine. Fancy. Can I see what's in here? Nope. I don't have any of these, man. None of gems. Oh, getting one now. Oh, it's a burb. He's the little blue burb. Hi, Luna. My little bunny. Hmm. Go back through here. You know what? I'll just go with bunker room. Give me some fucking steps, brother. Hello, hamster. Yum. Oh. Aww. That's so cute. Tough love. That's your brother, dude. You gotta, you love them even though they're little shits. Boing, boing. Ooh, coat check's pretty good. I don't really need keys right now, so I'm just gonna go with the commissary. Mine cart, car, carts in a car? Let me play the game. Oh, what's over here? Ooh, a shovel actually super works out right now. Let's see what I get over here. The pool. Oh. What? No running. You can't stop me. Airflow? Whoa. How do I... Cool. That do? That drain the pool? Oh. What? Huh? It did something. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's just go to the courtyard and dig up some shit. Oh, I never noticed. Yay. Coins. A turnip. Isn't there a third one? Guess not. Only real way I could go is that way and chapel. Okay. My money. Ooh, a song. Oh god, that's pretty good. I think I'm just kind of cooked no matter where I go. Yum. Hmm. Okay, bruh. Last room, kind of. Sure, let's check out this room. Guy likes paper airplanes or whatever those are. Or origami. Neat. Okay. What the fuck? That's all I can do with this. I can log into network. Be-doo, be-doo, beep. Does that mean I can access it from here? Oh, cool. Okay, and that's already stuff I already know / have. Open this one. Ooh, floor plan upgrade disc. Need some good shit. Okay, closet. That's alright. Wow, these are all kind of whatever, to be honest. Make a hallway closet. Antechamber lever in the greenhouse. There it is. Well, I know where that is. Panic. Oh, that was a good one. Oh. There's a safe. Wait, what? How did I not see this? Oh, what? 8093? 9083? 8903? 9308? 0893? I already tried that. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Let's see, like my... Oh, it's that. Okay. Oh. Holy shit, I'm rich. Oh yeah. They said it was wrong, so I don't really know. Yeah, 9083. Yeah, whatever. Let's see if there's an area to go outside. Dig up. I can dig. Oh. Open this. Wait. Nope. Guess it's not that either. If I had the sledgehammer, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I'd be already too late. Get a quick coat check, maybe? I don't know. I'm just gonna do billiard room. Shmoney. Two. 5 plus. Oh, wait, what? Whoa. 7 minus 3, so 4 times 5, 20 minus 2, the 18. Nope. Ten? Maybe? Be 2 times 5 would be 10. Then minus 3, 7, 14? Nope. I'm an idiot. Me when basic arithmetic. Jesus fucking Christ. How am I not doing it? I don't understand. 8. So what if I went 7 minus 3, 4. Oh, right, that's division. 420 divided by 2 would be 10. Yes, I'm such a dumbass. Easy clap. Got it eventually. I will take a pantry. Nom. I want to know what the library is. Oh, so this is just wasted. Shit. Well, at least I get a magnifying glass. What is this? Pulled in a... Oh! This is the one that he wanted. Which was the... Oh shit. I'll go with the... How to use the stupid pump because I'm stupid. House directors are great. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Interesting. Boing, boing. Records. That's me. That's my records. Heh. I don't know where my shovel is. Courtyard goes crazy. I'll take a hallway, I'm not taking a chapel, bruh. Ooh. That sounds cool. A gem. Get a kitchen. You're like a crazy person. Ooh. Oh, I don't have a fucking gem. It's cooked. God damn it. Oh my god, no way. That's false. That's false. That might be true. Oh. Oh, I'm the goat. Unfortunately, I've put myself in a corner. God damn it. The plague. Oh, that counts as a fuck. Go with that one. The library. Oh god, I'm gonna need to know so much of this. No. Okay. And there are some people who've borrowed this before. The boiler room. The foundation. Does not reset each day. I don't think I want to put the foundation right there. What the hell's in here? Magnifying glass? Oh shit. Go with billiards. I don't know why I keep doing this one. I fucking hate it. I hate math. 8. Four? Ooh, sheesh. I'm the goat. I'm the goat. That's dead ends. Pantry. Spony. Oh, with this one, since it's... Oh, it's the den, that's perfect. Alcohol. Out of respect for the... Wait, you're telling me they were doing this too? Look at the archive, fuck it. There's no reason not to. Oh, it's a storeroom. Okay. Keys. Oh, the car keys. Okay, good enough. Observatory. What is that? Spin. Oh. Oh. The fixed stars. Oh. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. Oh. Up, up, up. Oh, the North Star. I like make it go even more up. Boo-da-dee-doop. Fuck. Go with this one, bro. I can't. The other one. Oh, fuck. Seven locked doors. What the fuck? I have 2 keys. Fuck it. Oh. Fuck. That really sucks. Compass. Ooh, nice. I'll just get a chapel. I don't have any gems, bro. What's this one? Ah, it's the parlor. No, not the parlor, man. Fuck. Okay. Gems are in a box with the word blue on it. Nothing. The gems are in a box that is actually blue. Oh, this is true. Or this might be true. Oh, fuck, it's a 50-50. And then that one just says nothing? Have to be this one, right? Fuck! Just kill me, man. Just fucking end my life, please. Wait, it's cooked. It's over. It's actually just over. Ooh, a key. Crimbis. Music box. Oh. 1225? Yeah. I mean, it's just Grimbus. That one's kinda the easier one. Family drama. Classic family drama. I'm too poor for any of these. Oh, an upgrade disc. Let's fucking go, dude. That's kind of worth it. It's a little cooked, I think. Yeah. Where the hell is my stuff that I always order, bruh? The fuck? Move this way. Give me a fucking reading nook, bruh. Yoink. Yep. Library. What these? A treasure map. Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. No, 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 no. God damn it. Let me have that in my fucking history so I know exactly where it is. That means somewhere like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. 1, 2. Okay. I don't know. So I'll go that one next. Huh? Button. What? It ain't looking good. Take it down. That helps. Hi, Luna. Bunny. Logic. And a magnifying glass. Neat. Hi, Bunny. All 3 boxes contain gems. Okay, you're a fucking liar. The other 2 boxes contain gems. Okay, bruh. This box contains gems. Yeah! Come here, Bunny. Little baby Luna. The observatory. I can get more fucking things. Go with this one. He fixed her. Oh, that's lit. Wait, it's cooked. No. There's nowhere I can go. Wait, this is so fucked up. Oh, what the fuck? A key. What the fuck? Whoa. What in the hell? What? I don't think I'm supposed to press that one yet, because I haven't gone to the others. I have to go all the way back around, but... They're locked? Bro. Oh, would have been nice to have that earlier, huh? Nope. Nope. Don't want that. What's that do? That closes that one. I don't want that. What does this do? Closes that one. Don't want that. About you. Closes that one. Nope. Nope. What? I'm missing something. I have to be, but I don't know. Am I stupid? Wait, what? Gonna fucking lose it. Oh, now I go over here. What's it? Yes. Was that it? No, this one still isn't open for some reason. I'm so confused. What? What could be up there? Dude, I'm so fucking confused. E. those do that. But why would I? Why are you closed? Nope, wrong one. And I just fucked it again. Okay, whatever. I'm leaving. In my gym. I'm moving on. This way. Let's take this. Hmm. Yes, give me that. Go this way. Go with the redraw. Go with the kitchen. I'm making good progress, so at least throughout the house. Ah, shit. I'm broke. That's amazing. Oh, I don't know gems. Oh, there's another. Ooh. What a secret passage. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa. I don't have gems. No. Mid chamber, I guess. Needle. Go to the billiard room. Let's just keep going north. Hmm. 10 times 4 divided by 220? Nope. Yay! I don't even have a choice, which is kind of funny. I can't make it. Interesting, interesting, interesting.
I'm gonna take a break, and by break, I mean I'm gonna take a break a record for a different category, which is classic mode. I updated the score, 4 minutes and 55 seconds, 0.99 milliseconds.
Now tell me the thing
is it 0.099 or is it 99? It don't matter, I'm reading that shit faster anyway. So Chaz, you think we should watch this first and see what he does?
The tenacity. Oh right, let's like define that.
What was that? Why'd he pause? That's time loss, bro.
Bam bam ba dam ba dam bam bam. Bam bam ba dam bam bam bam.
It's gonna look like my Monster Hunter playthrough. Just straight farming. He started at 3.5, did he? Does he just win and get up to 9.9? Is that what he does? By doing this, it makes the enemies easier, like to start it off, or like to have less health. Test out my timer. Let's give this shit a YOLO run. Let's do it. There's gonna be a test run. Alright, never mind.
All these goddamn doors are locked, bro.
I was mashing B to cancel the animation of the raffle. Oh wait, fuck. No, hold on. Now. I say, now we're going.
More money. No gems. Fuck.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. Nah, run that shit back. Run that shit back.
Oh, Megalo.
Bro, he shot 3 balls. Like 3 mistakes. Alright, trust. You're right. I gotta trust.
This maze ass fucking house, bro.
Oh, bullshit. Bro, I think I beat this shit faster blindfolded.
That's curtains for the entirety of this, I think. Oh no, I still have some at the chapel. Alright, sure, fuck it, I'll just do this then. Yem.
Holy aura!
Go to the chapel.
There's no way to one cycle Mars, right? Unless?
Cool.
Oh shit.
Hey, it's your boy. My boy. My benefactor. Bum, bum, bum. That's all it's in here, bro. Oh, there we go.
I was like, where is he?
Commissary? I think commissary goes hard here, actually. Yeah, cause I can get the sledge and go outside.
Aura farm. I forgot about leaving the bar up there. I fixed everything else except that. You're right,
no, it didn't.
I can't pause right now.
No. I'm an idiot.
Oops.
The horrors. Oh right, I have a sledgehammer.
You bitch! You have no health, you have no health, you have no health, you have no health! The fuck?
Failure. I could break this. Oh, that's not one I can break. Aw, you motherfucker. Let me in, bruh. You lost.
I gotta shave off half a minute, basically, a little over. Okay, alright. For a first attempt, that was okay. I got hit with some, well, let me see, 9.9. Wow!
Incredible.
What happened? What if I do 3.9 difficulty? Would it really change that much? Like I get like some buffer or some like. Nope. Nah. This motherfucker did not go off screen. Nah, ain't no way. Went off the screen. There's no way. This is why I'm not a speedrunner. And no, ain't no way. Frame 1, bro, just went
That's
off
good.
the fucking screen. That's fine. Aura farm real quick.
Man, that sucks.
Oh, you right. I didn't know that.
Apple.
No, you are time lossing the fuck out of me right now.
Black
bro.
box is true. The black box is black.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Black box is empty.
Fuck.
This is true. This is false. This one. Easy clap. I got actually fucking scammed.
I got trolled. Okay, we're gonna leave it. We're analyzing. So we saw this earlier. He did miss the counter, but you know it didn't stop him from drilling his head. Like you know he just get all the down smashes, just kebabbing. He messed up his timing there for some reason. But like it was just like half a second. Okay, and then he blade dashes away. So okay, I see why he does that. Let me see what he does against Marks. Okay, I start off by doing ooh. Wait, that's sweet spotting him?
The slice.
Aura. that's a pretty good RNG right there. Actually. Oh my god, that was hella good RNG. What the fuck? Oh, that is such good RNG, dude. Oh my god. Oh, ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's good. That's good RNG. Yeah, he never goes for neutral B here, huh? Just, oh. Never mind. He goes for it at the end. Wow, this is a really good fight. Wow, the double kill too at the same time. And then they throwing up gang signs over there while they're about to explode. Really good crazy hand and master hand fight. But it's go time! 100 gifted right now! Oh wait, timer. Hold on, I forgot. I gotta put my timer back. That don't count,
Okay.
The fuck? What the fuck? Bro just shitted out of... Yo! Why was that? Oh shit, I forgot. Oh my... Yo, that was so slow. What happened there? Why was it so like... Why were we stuck in the animation for like ever? You're capping. It's not looking so good. There's some time saves though. Oh wait, bro, I gotta get into the habit of going off screen. Oh my god, I keep forgetting. Off the bat.
I'll take a billiard.
That's terrible.
I'm an idiot.
Oh. I'm having
2 times 3 is 6, dumbass.
On your knees.
1. 24, 12, 3. Nope.
That was like a god tier ass. Yo, I need better RNG for the first one. That was actually peak Drax second form. Holy shit.
It's too... Jesus Christ. I may be stupid.
It's coming back to you. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. That was the me! Yo. Not the hug of love, man. That was a bad start. Bro, he starts the final battle at 420? How the fuck?
All these locked ass doors, bro. Goddamn.
How do you get worse every attack? Bro, it's RNG on what abilities they use. What do you mean?
Behind inventory? I have a key card, bro.
Oh my god. I'm not even... Nah, bro. I'm not even getting 9.9, so it wouldn't even count. I need 9.9 at the end.
Oh, a
I didn't
chapel.
think a stale down smash would have killed, so I went for the out smash. Oh, fuck! I gotta go off. Oh my god, bro. Yo, 100 gifted. If I fuck that shit up again, 100 gifted.
Bam, 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 bam. Incredible.
Damn it! That was so good, and then it wasn't. They say I got a new PV though. PV. Who the fuck even plays Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter Wild? Yeah, it's wild that people play that shit. So it's ultimate. Where's the hitbox? Where's the hitbox?
Bro's spazzing. Oh. No key, no nothing? The hell kind of scam
Holy
fucking...
Optimal Mars fight. Fuck you, Drac. You, bro. You trolled me, man.
Nah, man. What's in here, fucker, dude? What's in the shitter?
Come on.
Man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And this place don't have shit either. Hi, Luna. Is it cooked? Locked, locked.
Fuck, man. Okay, I shaved off 14 seconds, basically.
I can only go to the corridor, and that's if it's open. Bruh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Key me. Thank fuck.
Micro pixel health. Man, Draco is such a troll, man. Fuck. Fat RNG.
I'm such a dumbass.
Fat RNG, bro.
Oh, it's so cooked, bro. A poverty realm, bro. I'm about to save. This is locked. I'm about to be sad as hell. And this is absolute shit too. Locked. Great. Kinda wanna see inside the dark room when the lights are on, but I have enough. Oh shit. Print notes.
Moses died.
Okay. Oh my god, if I had a magnifying glass.
My guy.
That's such a travesty, dude.
Man, if
No.
Ganondorf and Dracula did it for all dead ass, that was potential there. Oh, this is how it feels to be a speedrunner, huh? Like, I shaved off 10 seconds and that shit was ass. Like, this is it. I'm a speedrunner. Wait, is that top 3? Let me see. That is third place. Yeah, take that, dude from Japan. I did not get world record. Day 1 ends with me at number 3 in terms of timing, and at least compared to the Skibidi.
The Skibidi. The Skibidi.
See you later, future YouTube video. I hope you enjoyed this because I did it. Nah, I'm playing. It was actually a pretty cool time. I definitely think I could get the world record here. I just need to like punch down some of these seconds and some of these optimization routes against certain bosses depending on what move they do.
Oh my god, if I had the magnifying glass.
So much time, they just stall. I am now a speedrunner. I think I will be going for the OOT world record.
Knowledge,
in
dude,
all
knowledge.
categories. So I'll see y'all then. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.
Give me the nook. Oh, now I get it, huh? Fuck you, man. Never draft passageways on the first 5 ranks? Why? See gems for sale. Buy them out. Don't pass a wine cellar. Oh. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
When most people want to play Factorio, they do this. But wait, did you see it? If I rewind and play it in slow motion, you can see that there's actually something there. Hiding in plain sight, these are the cryptids of the
Oh, that's
Factorio
kind of
world.
funny.
I honestly don't know anyone who's actually in nearly 4,000 hours in this game. I've looked at them exactly once, but suddenly I can't stop thinking about them. So I think it's time we discover what's really inside. The first one is called Transport Belt Madness. When I boot it up, it puts me into this tiny map in sandbox mode with nothing but some chests and some
Cool.
items. It seems the goal is to put everything on the left into its associated chest on the right. So all I've got to do is make a couple belts connecting them and hit start level.
I only have a magnifying glass.
The next level has double the chests, but it's much of the same. Once you connect 2 or 3, the other ones just fall in line naturally. However, I've realized that for some reason there's a limited number of belts, so I've got to use undergrounds just to save on transport lines. Also, I've just realized that it tells me how long it took me to beat it, so I won't be able to pretend that I'm a genius and beat it instantly. Oh well. The next level has 6 items, but this time we've got to get them across a bridge of land only 2 lanes wide. Setting up the undergrounds like this seems like it's most of the challenge, but we've still got to disentangle the items themselves, with all of the ones on the top needing to go on the bottom chests and vice versa. It's not terribly complicated, and I've got them all sorted out before I get across the other side. Alright, now this is the real challenge. 8 items and only 4 lanes. But here's the thing, Spaghetti has prepared me for this. It gives us red undergrounds, and the only way to beat this level is by belt weaving. Yellows and reds are mutually exclusive to one another, so even though they're occupying the same lane, you can move 2 items at once. When you know that, you can actually start taking on the main challenge, but at least you know for a fact that the middle needs to look exactly like this.
You know what? I'm just gonna go somewhere else since they did say that
only on one side, so I've got to make it so that half are taken care of on the left
you should
and
just
the other half are taken care of
go
on the right.
lower floors
So
early
after some
on
fiddling with the belts, I finally got this.
with a corridor, I
Now
guess.
it's on to the final level. Looks imposing, right? Well, you're wrong. It's actually pretty easy, and that's because this whole thing was balanced for the days when yellow, red, and blue underground belts all had the same length of 4, instead of the 4, 6, and 8 we have now. That should really give you an idea of how
I don't want to do math.
So if I
No.
really wanted to solve it, I'd need to self-restrict myself to only 4 underground lengths, but I've got a video to finish, and if the developers didn't want me to have an easier time in their obscure challenge modes, maybe they shouldn't have buffed the underground belts way back in 2017. If you're not restricting yourself, it's mostly just tedious. Anyway, this is truly awful, but it really does display the kinds of horrors you can create with belt weaving.
What the fuck?
There we go, and after about 40 minutes altogether, that's Transport Belt Madness crossed off the list. Pretty short and straightforward, so let's move
16 divided
It's a multi-spot, and seeing as it's given me the option, I've obviously got to choose hard mode. Accordingly, it's a space-restricted
4
challenge.
divided by 2 would be 2, divided by 1 would be 1, 2. Oh, I'm big brain.
You start with 10,000 coins and can spend them to buy items from the market.
I'm so smart.
There's also walls everywhere, and they cost coins to remove, so you're highly incentivized to use as little space as possible. The goal is to make the item in demand,
Take a
in this case,
parlor.
iron gears, and then put them in the chest near the middle. Each one will give 10 points, and I not only need 3,000 to win, but I also need to make enough to pay off all
Only
the
one
coins
box
I
is
spent
true,
building
only one
everything.
box contains gems, the gems are
buildings
the
are
white
also
box.
expensive, so if you can save money on the build, you can reduce the number of items you'll need to make to win. It's not like you can just wait
That's
forever
true.
either. As you can see, I've only got 10 minutes.
That's
but
true.
Here's what I came up with. Thankfully,
That's
it lets
false.
you speed it up, otherwise we'd be waiting here forever. It does screw up the time play.
That's true, that's
however.
false. Would be in this one?
Level 2. It seems we've got to make electronic circuits.
Okay,
It's a bit of a
let's
step
go.
up because it means I'll
I
need to
did
make
it.
both iron and copper. You get the spaces on the ore patches for free,
Happy,
and they were
happy,
tied enough to put the wire
happy.
right next to the coal, so it can fit the power here. One
This is
engine
pretty
more than enough,
ass.
and it doesn't matter that I've used up all the space on the coal patch, because the coal demand for only a handful of furnaces is pretty insignificant. I'm using burner miners because they're like 1/5 the cost of the electric ones, don't take power, and are smaller too. But looking back, using just one electric miner instead of all this would have been easier. Also, it took me forever to realize this, but the further away you get from the center, the more expensive buying land becomes. So you want to fit as much of your assembling in the
I'll
middle
get
as
this
possible.
one, that allows me the most
One miner can
options.
supply about 1.6 stone furnaces, so this 3-to-5 ratio is perfect here. The most annoying part is getting the coal to the furnaces, but once I've got that figured out, the assemblers and miners go up pretty easy. The circuits pull from above and are deposited directly into the chest. And another thing that took me way too long to realize is that you can place the walls back down to sell them and recoup some money. It looks good to go, but the first time around I'm under demand, and that's because it's taking too long for the coal to reach the furnaces.
Let's get some items.
Thankfully, I can purchase coal directly from the market and just put it inside. And while it's not cost effective to supply them entirely with bought coal, it's enough to give them a head start and beat the level. Now it's time for level 3, solar panels.
Okay.
That's quite the jump in complexity. Now we're going to need steel, but on top of that, solar panels take quite some time to produce, 10 seconds each. Sure, they're worth 600 points apiece, but assuming I spend all 10k of my coins, 12 minutes is just barely enough for a tier 2 assembler to make 28k worth of points. And that's not including the time it'll take the base to warm up. Well, it's important to try and ratio these things out beforehand, and so
ratio.
About 30 copper plates and 40 iron plates each. And if we need to make at most 47 to win in 12 minutes, that means we'll need around 3 iron plates per second. With the limited resources, that's just barely doable. Again, trying to minimize costs, I build the copper forges near the middle and try to fit the assemblers around there. I've got 2 patches of every resource, and I'm going to need all of them. The main challenge is all that steel. It requires so much space, it's impossible to avoid going into massive debt to try and build the furnaces. Not only that, but they need fuel as well. And as far as I'm concerned, that's just impossible.
Okay, maybe I should go towards other...
minutes worth of coal from the market than try to build it correctly. But that leaves me with even fewer coins. Trying to route all these belts is a nightmare and a half, but here we go. And
this is one hell of a path.
Alright, time to tweak it a bit. One problem is that one boiler is just barely enough to power everything.
Oh hell no, Jigsaw, yo, tweaking.
The machines aren't getting enough power, they're operating slower than they should be, and that'll throw off my calculations. The problem is, setting up more power is extremely costly in both space and materials. I added a third engine because even though one boiler can only supply 2 engines, the power is fluctuating a lot, and so when it's below,
that's pretty good.
Store steam and have a little overhead to meet demand. It helps a little bit, but I'm still way under the requirement. I look at it, and I realize I've got no choice but to start from scratch. This time I'm going to put the copper furnaces up here. I think the main issue is just how much expensive real estate I had to buy to fit all the steel furnaces. And so if I can compact things even more towards the center, I'll have a lot more wiggle room. The steel furnaces are in a much better position, and there's that one coal miner to supply them. But as it turns out, it's still not enough. Again, my calculations say that this should be possible. Despite the cost, I add on another steam engine, and that actually
I have a key card, so...
But then I realized that the circuit assembler is ever so slightly too slow, so I've got to add another one. With that, I get close. I need 1.3k more instead of 4k, but I'm not sure what else I can do. The extra power proves to be not worth the cost, and when that's gone, I'm at 29. This little nub here is to put the iron ore on the right side of the belt, but who cares if it gets mixed together with the coal? I only need to run it a little bit. And that's that. Except, I made an extra 600 somehow. I played through it, and sometimes I get
missed
an extra solar panel, and sometimes I don't.
A ton.
No idea why, because I'm pretty sure Factorio is pretty deterministic, but I'm not complaining. That was painful. I am terrified of what's next. Next level, it seems like I've got to make rockets. It sounds pretty scary, considering that means I'll need to set up ore refining to make the sulfur, but after breaking it down, I'll need to make at most 127 rockets. And with 11 minutes, just one furnace is enough for both copper and iron. I've got this nice compact way of making explosives by mining coal directly into the chemical plant, and then dropping those on a belt. Thankfully, the market has filter inserters this time, so I can put the ores on the same belt and then put them into the correct furnace.
Diamondo.
Put together some circuits and then combine everything together to make the rockets. 3 assemblers is enough to meet demand, and there we go. Pretty easy compared to the last one. Alright, it's finally time for the last level, and our product is chemical
Go with the chapel, since I don't have any money to lose.
But I only need to make like 15 bottles of science to win. Working out all the ratios, I'll only need 1 of every assembler. I need sulfur again, but also plastic, and that goes up with a similar method to last time. Thankfully, the game was nice enough to make electric furnaces available in the market, and so I can just mine directly into them to make iron, copper, and steel. And for the 4th time, we're making... All I've got to do now is make engine units and advanced circuits, but I'm sure you get the idea by now. Lots of direct insertion and silly belt shenanigans. However, when I boot it up, it doesn't quite work, and that's because despite all my calculations being flawless, I failed to take into account that the plastic chemical plant will drink all the petroleum until it's full, delaying the sulfur for several minutes, even though I'm technically making enough to cover both. So I've got to add in another pump jack. I also added in a splitter to make sure some iron makes its way to the engine units instead of being completely consumed by circuits. Overall, Tight Spot is interesting because it forces you to build in creative and compact ways you wouldn't need to otherwise, but needing to constantly buy every item one at a time is annoying. You can't even copy and paste, but we beat it with a surplus of 24,000 coins. Yeah, between this and Transport Belt madness, I'm not...
That's pretty fucking dog shit. Commissaries are.
Get me off of this godforsaken planet.
I got shit for money.
Damn it. Rampant. We meet again. But this time it's going to be a little different. Let's see, how can I make this as fun as possible? How about no water, because that means less biters. No trees either, because that means less pollution, which also means less biters. Last time was all ice and snow, so let's make it a volcanic hellscape. Maximum cliffs, because I loathe all that is good in this world. So that's a start, but it lacks the complexity to convince me that this is really hell. There. Now it's hell. We're already on the Death World preset, which means roughly 4 times as many biters overall, because the nests absorb half as much pollution and make as many biters. But let's bump that up to 3 times the biters per pollution. Doesn't that sound fun? To compensate, I am giving myself the small mercy of slightly raising the ore richness, because have you seen what I need to get through to get more resources? I have a feeling I'm going to be sitting on my starting patches for quite a while. Alright, now comes the process of swapping seeds until I find a map that actually looks possible with these insane presets. Believe me, half these maps are straight up unwinnable.
Fuck,
I'm not going to play
dude.
15 minutes just to find that out. Good enough. Now you may have noticed that things are a little dark, and that's because I'm using the Clockwork mod for permanent night with maximum darkness. Also, I've turned off my mini-map, but here we are.
I don't know why I
One
did
issue
that.
is I turned off trees, so I can't make power poles out of the wood. You start with 1 wood, so it's technically possible, but... Hey, if I did this using a mod, no one would complain. Let's just say that during the crash, I was able to steer next to the...
Wait, did I check the door?
What's that? How are there trees without any sunlight?
Yep.
The actual run. Thanks to the alien biomes mod.
Jesus Christ, I'm not having a good day.
Frickin' everywhere. They'll be a pain later, but right now they're actually a valuable asset. I'm mostly after the huge rocks because they contain coal as well as stone. I can use the stone to make the furnaces and the coal to fuel them as well as the burner miners. The highest priority right now is just getting some iron plates going. While those work, I find as many huge rocks as I can. It's a bit tough when everything's pitch black. The biggest advantage of this is that gathering stone and coal this way creates no pollution, meaning we'll have more time until the biters come knocking. I've gotten enough iron to set up some early copper, as well as a coal snake of 4 miners outputting into each other so they'll continually fuel themselves. With so much stone from the rocks, I decided to make a couple bricks on the side, and using some of the copper I've collected, I make some burner lamps from the larger lamps mod. They take some of my precious coal to run, but that's already so much nicer. It's merely an illusion, but I feel safer already. The key here is speed.
Okay.
Rampant
Like
gives
the
you 20
reading
minutes
note.
of grace before things really turn up. And because it can send small attacks even without pollution, the old trick of spawning an attack wave then picking up your entire base so they just stand around confused until they despawn doesn't quite work here. Accordingly, my only chance of survival is to put my foot on the gas and not take it off until I've got flamethrowers. That's why, while my iron smelters are doing their thing, I'm already chopping down this magical wood and handcrafting hundreds of stone furnaces for future use. I want to get power production and to the lab up as soon as I can. For that I'll need some water from my precious lake, and I'm investing the resources into making some more pipes so I can get it even closer to the base. The less area I need to protect, the better, and also the less I need to run, the better. I've gotten a mere 50 bricks from this furnace, but that's enough to build a short path to the coal patch and increase my walking speed significantly. Every little bit counts. With the lab and some handcrafted science, the first thing I want are gun turrets. Fending off even the first attack with just a pistol is absolutely impossible. After unlocking them, I immediately try to build 4. At this stage of the game, they're still very expensive and take a long time to craft by hand, but they are indispensable. Ordinarily, I'd have a ton more burner miners set up, but already the pollution to reach the enemy bases. And yes, the nests look a little different because this time around I'm using the Rampant Factions, so I can look forward to many different flavors of biter trying to kill me. Anyway, we want to transition to electric miners as soon as possible. They use less energy overall, which does conserve coal, but mainly, while the pollution output is roughly the same between the miner and the steam boiler per minute, electric miners mine twice as fast. So that's roughly double the plates for the same amount of pollution, which is, you know, good. Using the skills from my previous run-in with Rampant, after researching automation, I set up this quick factory to make us some ammunition. These bullets are my only shot at winning, so I've got my gun turrets protecting it with what little ammunition I started with. They're extremely vulnerable and expensive to replace right now, so I surround them with stone furnaces. They're another excellent option for early protection when you're too poor for walls. I also set up some more assemblers for pipes and gears. Just making gears like this is extremely helpful because it lets me handcraft
What the
things,
fuck?
gun turrets especially, much faster. I've only got 2 turrets to defend my coal, so let's hope it's enough.
2 times
The
2
nests are definitely absorbing pollution now,
is
so we can
4.
get attacked at any second. The biters are dragging their feet a little bit, so I set up some rough automation for red science and upgrade the rest of my burners for electric miners. I'll need a bunch of electric miners and inserters to scale up, so I make some rudimentary circuit automation where
Oh,
I
it's
can
2
toss
times
iron
2,
copper
which would
plates
be
into a
4,
chest and let it
and then
output greens
times
into another chest.
4 would be 40,
And
divided
here
by
it is,
20
our
would be
first
2.
attack. I happened to be here, but the scariest thing about having no mini
Aha!
I'm about to be attacked until the guns start shooting. Even with my help, the fighters already managed to take out one of the turrets. I've got some pipes now, which are also great as early walls, so I enshrine my turrets even more.
Fuck.
And boy, do these attacks look scary on the map. I've already got all these enemy bases encroaching upon my tiny space here. And here they are.
Oh, he's the Great Hall.
The pipes and furnaces did their job of drawing fire, but as you can see, these attacks are massive already. My ammo production won't be able to keep up for much longer, so I need to scale up to some proper automation. And I'll need some belts, which I can make like so. When I say scale up, what I mean is making a furnace stack. I've been handcrafting inserters this whole time to try and get one up, and it's just a matter of building it before the fighters can blow it up, which I immediately fail, because the moment I walk away, they start chewing on it. I don't even have any ammo, so I'm forced to run back. Alright, now to build the rest of it. And again, the moment I walk away, they start attacking.
Yes.
Whatever, I can't keep replacing things, this part can stay exploded. I don't have time to automate putting coal onto the
I
boat,
have a
so I'll
single
put it there
shovel.
for some chests. With a couple more miners, the stack can start producing iron, which I'll immediately want to turn into ammunition. That's one half of what I need for defense, but to actually shoot the bullets I need gun turrets, and those take copper plates, so I'll need to build a stack for copper as well. You need much less
I'd rather
copper
just
than
take
iron in
that.
the early game, so I can make the stack much
I don't know
stronger.
why I would go in
And
since
while
I don't have
my
anything.
coal defenses were clearly insufficient,
Fuck.
and so they've blown up most of it. Without coal, I can't smelt anything, so it's a high priority rebuild. But then my copper defenses are under attack. By the time I get there, it's only a few stragglers, but they've taken out all 4 turrets.
That's bullshit.
Also, they've decided to start eating my most vulnerable piece of infrastructure, the water pipe that supplies my boilers and the entire base with power. I don't have the resources
Luna!
to defend it. I just need to get my gun turret automation
No,
up
don't
and
need
yesterday.
it. What are you
After
doing?
so many distractions, I try to work on the copper stack again, but suddenly a massive wave shows up. I try to place some extra guns while shooting them myself.
Bunny,
It's
bunny,
nowhere
bunny.
near enough damage because I simply don't have enough gun turrets.
Look at you being so spoiled. Look at you being such a spoiled little bun. Hello. You
I
want
die
everything?
until I've got 3
You
range
want the
equals all my
world?
precious
I'll give it to you.
Somehow I managed to fend them off after respawning, but the damage is
One
good.
day.
I don't have the time to repair it, I just need to put down as many turrets as I can spare and try to get these things running again. These constant attacks are so difficult to deal with. Even with my base
Apple.
as small as it is, it never feels like I can move fast enough to avert disaster in time. For lack of a minimap, really
I
doesn't
have
work.
cancer.
Still trying to get that damn copper up. Another massive wave takes out all 4 guns, and I can only retreat to the other
Why'd I
4
do
by
that?
the copper mine.
That's so bad.
I've got to fix the water pipe again, then I walk away, and then I need to fix it again. It's impossible to build under these circumstances. Finally, I managed to get the copper stack running and automate gun turrets, but the moment I do, a swarm descends upon the least defended corner of my base and starts tearing through my mining drills. It's almost ironic, the moment I get the furnaces up and running, they take out the mines. Even my coal mine was destroyed. I have defenses automated. If I could just build up enough of a stockpile, I could recover and rebuild everything, but it's just not fast enough. Even with an assembler spitting out a gun turret every 16 seconds, I just can't make enough to replace the ones that exploded. This is why I said that speed was so important. I just couldn't get them fully automated in time. I'm stretched thin, constantly fixing the water pipe, and after going back to check on my coal mine, I realized, but only before it's too late, that it was completely destroyed and now there's a giant nest on top of it. I don't think this run is recoverable anymore. And now I must admit defeat and reload in shame. My only save is from 40 minutes ago, but that's early enough that I should have enough time to avert the terrible future that awaits alternate universe me. The main thing I've learned is that 4 gun turrets simply isn't enough to defend a major target, but juggling that while also crafting all the supplies I'll need to scale up is a challenge. Also, reloading doesn't mean it's any easier this time.
My money,
It's especially terrifying when they destroy my lamp. Thankfully, it just barely managed to hold, and now I'm going to apply some of that knowledge I've gained. Trying to set up a full 48 furnace stack at once was way too greedy, and way too big to defend effectively. I'm going to make a shorter one this time, and I'm also going to bring the plates towards the base instead of away. Much less of a walk, and again, easier to defend. Though it does mean actually setting up automation is going to be quite cramped with all the miners in the way. And instead of waiting for a copper stack, I'm just making the copper necessary for the turret directly from a furnace this way. This already feels so much better. Making a half-functional stack that can easily be upgraded into the full thing is definitely the correct choice here. And with turrets at least slowly automated, I can start setting up more and more guns to try and tackle these increasingly large waves. Remember, the more we pollute, the more biters we get, and that means that they're only going to get nastier.
What?
In the middle of trying to make a copper stack, I get attacked again. And you can really see the range limitations of the gun turrets. If the biters decide to simply go somewhere else without turrets, there's not too much I can do about it. But I still need several guns just to defend one spot, so it's a constant battle between consolidating strength and maximizing coverage. Dying is becoming a very common occurrence. I don't even have any fish to eat. This time around, I'm actually keeping pace with the biters.
Is it a 50-50 or am I insane?
Once, my base usually manages to fend them off. They blew up my water supply again, and nearby I hear some worms. I craft a flare and throw it out, and you can see how close they've already expanded to my base. I'll just need to live with it for now. Up in Colville, they've blown it up again and left a nest as a present, but it's strangely undefended, so I'm just able to gun it down and rebuild. Now
I mean, this one's it?
Fueling my furnaces and boilers, but I'm expecting the stretch.
Oh, I'm the GOAT!
It's actually crazy how I can be minding my own business, building.
I'm kind of proud of myself for figuring that out. I hate logic so much.
Their hatred for my water pipe never ends. Okay, I can't just sit around forever. I need to get some actual automation going. And that means making some green circuits. I also had to move the steam engines out of the way. But hopefully with this area defended, the water pipe will stop exploding all of the time. Obviously the next major step is automated science production, so I start setting up red science. I'll need to kill those worms over there too, and it seems that the good old wiggle trick doesn't work as well on Rampant, so it takes a couple tactical retreats to heat up. With those green circuits, I can make green science too. And this is what happened when the biters attacked the one place that was only defended with 4 guns. At least they didn't take out my chest of belts. So I didn't leave enough space for the green science assemblers to actually output, but I didn't want to waste the time rebuilding it, so I somehow made it work. This is probably the weirdest design I've ever made, but the finished science fits on the underground.
Launder currency.
Super compact. Now it's time for the labs, and even more defenses. Everything
I only have $3 to my name.
I can finally rip up my early automation and start mining the whole iron field. And with red and green science up, I can research grenades. They're great because they annihilate entire swarms for the price of 1 grenade instead of like 50 bullets. But I just want you to appreciate the experience of hearing a ton of things suddenly blowing up in the distance and needing to walk at a snail's pace while biters are ravaging your furnaces. Obviously, I need more guns. It's just a never-ending series of running from place to place fixing.
No, let's just keep going forward, fuck it.
This spot next to the water is actually a really good choke point.
Flan and Fan.
Near water and Rampant, they create landfill. I'm not sure how I feel about my only source of water slowly disappearing, but I'm sure.
Nah.
After an hour and a half, I'm finally automating some basic amenities like assembling machines and mining drills. For now, I'm focusing on researching bullet damage instead of bullet speed because it increases ammo efficiency, and a significant amount of my iron is dedicated.
I don't think I have a magnifying glass this time, so maybe we'll just do this.
And now I'm doing the unthinkable. I've actually got enough time to set up a stone line and start making stone bricks. The biters seem to object, but with the bricks I'll finally be able to make walls and stop defending everything with pipes and furnaces. Shoutouts to the Picker Dollies mod for allowing me to slide things around without needing to pick them up. My next major milestone is getting some steel production up. It just means baking some iron plates in a furnace again, and the stack is similar to the others, except halfway down I put the plates on the outside belts. Since I'm routing the finished product through backwards, it means I need to make a million undergrounds through the inserters, but it works. My favorite part of this run are these permanent corpse piles around all of my turret installations. But now that we have steel,
Oh, that really sucks.
so I can make medium power poles. I've nearly run out of the wood I started with making these wooden power poles, so the ones made entirely out of metal will be quite useful. And once again,
Apples?
showing the
Well, that's
power
kind of
grenades.
whatever. Locked?
I
Oh,
told you this
no.
base was going to be a big mess. So during my 20 months in space,
No,
I've come up with
don't
some
do this
better
to
ways
me.
of killing biters.
It's cooked.
And what that means is I've also got the Rampant Arsenal mod this time. That allows me to make these shotgun turrets using steel. I'm actually really excited to try these because my instincts tell me that they'll be quite useful. And that's because gun turrets guzzle ammunition like nothing else. It's a nightmare keeping all of these things loaded, since I need to do it all manually. However, shotgun
Oh,
shells
let's just
last
look at the
longer and
furnace.
do
What's
more
in here?
damage than bullets. So again, if I'm trying to conserve resources, these shotgun turrets seem the most economical choice.
Oh, there's a
Although
thing
they
here
can
to
only
dig
fire a
up.
wide arc in front of them instead of a full circle. In this case, it feels like I'm skipping over a lot, like expanding the steam engines or actually making the power poles. I feel like there's more pressing matters to discuss. I'm tired of running around so much, so I decided to try making
Oh my
defensive
god.
perimeter even without flamethrowers. That didn't work out for me last video, but I didn't have shotgun turrets back then either. And for all its scary exterior and interior, Rampant is actually helping me out here. That's because it's sending me tons and tons of tiny biters. It doesn't sound like a favor, but compared to vanilla, I'd be getting medium biters by now, which are nigh impervious to yellow ammunition. That means I can survive with the much cheaper stuff instead of needing to upgrade to piercing ammo ASAP. However, just because I'll be surrounded by a wall and turrets doesn't mean I can rest easy.
I think
Not
that
at
cooks
all.
me, right?
But it seems the shotgun turrets
Yeah.
are able to fend for themselves. They're especially great because they can strike multiple enemies with one shot. It might be obvious, but the advantage of surrounding things with a wall like this is I'll be able to build new parts of my base without needing to slap down another 10 turrets every 5 feet. If I tried doing this with
Yeah, that was one hell of a red one. Fucking hell.
move fast enough to keep everything supplied, because each turret only automatically stocks to 10 magazines with inserters, which will run out after only 10 seconds of firing, or 4 seconds if you have max level firing speed research. I've got my many grievances with the vanilla gun turrets, but hopefully these shotguns will keep me safe. You can already see the carnage piled up against the walls. It's beautiful. So many rocks. So many rocks. I don't want to go overboard with my walls, because not only is it more resources to build, but it's also more area that I'll need to run across in order to rebuild the walls when they inevitably explode. And so I'm just building this little jutted out section around the coal mine. This should be enough space for me to at least stabilize until I feel comfortable enough taking out the massive nests. The final step is to make the ammo belt circular, so it goes around and around carrying shells. Maybe this will finally give me some peace and quiet. Unlikely.
Alright, here we go again. Logic time. The other 2 boxes are empty, the other 2 boxes are blue, the other 2 boxes are true. That's false.
It's an absolute bloodbath out here. The walls explode constantly, but as long as I occasionally run by to replace them, the turrets seem to be holding steady. Now I can finally do things like automate inserters into belts. Normally this is the kind of stuff that I get done 20 minutes into the game, not 3 hours. I'll also need to add some more power production, which means more pollution, but we can handle it.
Hello!
I said I was
You're
going to
so
stick with the other
cute!
ammo, but I will need piercing magazines for military science, and it's nice to have some on
Big
hand,
Bun,
just for a
hello!
machine gun. However, I have a specific use in mind. It might seem like I'm safe in here, but the biters are starting to evolve, and the average swarm will punch through both walls before the turrets can stop them. I've got to keep getting stronger, but I've pretty much reached the limit of what I can do in this tiny box. That's why I've got to get oil. My base is totally a mess, but it's a functional mess, and I use it to make some engine units. I'll need them to make blue science, but most importantly, I'll need them to make flamethrower turrets, which I've already researched with some handcrafted military science. Only problem, the oil field nearby is covered with biters, but I've got some tricks up my sleeve, and that's these mobile chain gunners from the AAI Vehicles mods. Basically, it's a gun turret on wheels, and it's a great use for all that red ammo we've got. But here we go. They're a bit stupid, but they make it work. You might not be able to see it, but I assure you that there's some oil wells under here. I've still got a bunch of these gunners left over, so I'm gonna go clear out all the nests around my walls. Nests always spawn a couple enemies, regardless of pollution, to wander around.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. It was this one. Now I'm sad.
I say they're a bit stupid. They're actually extremely stupid. And with this many rocks and cliffs, sending them to drive anywhere without them getting stuck is more of a prayer than a command. I've got an entire video about struggling to wrangle AAI vehicles. I'm also wary about taking out too many nests, because it massively spikes my evolution factor. The attacks are going to get way stronger now, and I'm approaching the limit of my shotgun turrets already.
Whatever, just throw me a billiards, man. At least I can't fuck this one up entirely.
They come across, so the power pools necessary to turn on these pump jacks, as well as the pipe to take the oil back to my base, will constantly explode. I've got my chain gunners defending it for now, but it's not a permanent solution. To actually make it work, I'll need to build this big tube to reach.
The hell is that?
With my pump jacks running, I'm able to start fueling some flamethrower turrets at least around the field. This oil pipe is quickly going to become the lifeline of my entire base, so I've got to make sure it's well defended. Flamethrowers are absurdly powerful, but their only weakness is that they can't fire directly in front of them, and they have a bit of a delay, so a single biter that makes it in could wreak havoc. That's why I'm adding all
Time
these
to brute force and figure out what the fuck this wants me to do.
Getting flamethrowers around my base can't come soon enough. As expected, killing those nests really kicked up the attacks. Forget repairing, replacing entire sections of wall has become the norm. I'm not sure this base could survive another evolution, but flamethrowers are here, and so I waste no time setting them up around the perimeter.
What?
Yeah, they'll still occasionally eat through my walls, but at least they'll get roasted doing it. I've also got these searchlights from another mod to help me see fires in the dark.
At least this one's easier to brute force.
But I've set them to only provide light, because that's all I really need.
But that doesn't make any sense. What?
Also, it seems the biters have mutated into one of the factions. I've got acid biters now. I'm not sure what they do that's special, but they seem to die just fine.
What?
Anyway, I've bought myself some time, so I need to hurry up and start setting up oil refining. My only oil source is an absolutely pathetic 3 wells, and I'm going to end up spewing half of it at biters via flamethrower, so I'm going to be restricted to a tiny trickle of oil available to actually use. But as usual, I set it up for fast refining ahead of time and extract some of that precious petroleum gas.
9.
First things first, I'll turn it into sulfur. Combined with the engines I've already made, we're 2/3 finished with chemical science already. Here's some random green circuits. It's always fun seeing the new and interesting ways pure desperation forces you to build.
Is that squared? I guess that's the only thing it could mean.
It might seem safe in here, but this coal patch is my only source of power. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but there's not
would this be 4 squared, so 16?
The main use for those green circuits
5 squared minus 5?
Even a base
20?
as this one that's still running off the starter pack needs a good number of assemblies for them.
Cool.
10 should be enough, and that gives us the final ingredient in chemical science. It's a major step forward to finding some sustainable solution to this predicament I've found myself in.
What do you think you're doing, Bonnie? Hello.
You may have already guessed, but the first priority is advanced oil processing. Not only is it more efficient, creating more petroleum overall out of the same amount of crude, but it's also necessary.
What the hell are you doing?
It does, however, require some
Did you run?
To crack the unneeded heavy and light oil into petroleum. Not many though, so it all fits into a spaghetti mess along with the lubricant. Also,
Bonnie.
And if I want robots, I'll need batteries. This really shows off all 3,000 hours of my Factorio skills. Construction bots will be another major step forwards. They start with these electric engines, using some of that lube we made earlier, as well as engines and circuits. Those can immediately be turned into robot frames, along with those batteries we just made, along with some more circuits and some steel. Finally, I can turn those into the finished construction bots. To actually use them, I'll need to make a bunch of robo parts, which are painfully expensive for a base this crap. But it's more than worth it for the ability to get robots to automatically rebuild and repair walls. And because I expect these to die frequently, I've got a circuit that automatically adds more whenever one blows up. Now I can finally relax a bit, knowing that I don't need to constantly keep track of the walls anymore and repairing any holes myself. Oh yeah, and I've got fast biters now. They're like regular biters, except faster. Imagine that. I'm free to worry about less important things, like automating cliff explosives and military science. Well, it's not really automation, it's just two assemblers fed with boxes, but don't let anyone tell you that this isn't enough.
Get the commissary.
The reason I'm not fully automating it is because it's too cramped in here, but the main reason is that it doesn't matter anyway. My stone patch is almost depleted, and that means soon no more walls. And the closest patch is all the way down here. My iron patch ain't looking too hot either. Yes, I'm safe in here for now.
I think I'll take the dark room and I'll just leave it alone for now.
And ammo, let alone science, will become impossible to make. I've got to work on somehow expanding to another mine, but easier said than done. Now that I've got the bots to place them, I upgrade to what's called a Dragon's Tooth design to help me defend the walls by slowing the biters down a little bit before they can reach the main wall. Or at the very least, distracting them with one bit of wall that will prevent too much splash damage. It'll lose me
May as well just coat check here.
Stockpile last longer.
Ding.
Looking through some of the recipes from Rampant Arsenal, I came across something interesting. Regenerating walls. That sounds incredibly good.
Now we go back to the beginning.
Turns out, they're exactly as good as they sound. I used the first view to surround my oil field, since it's been left without robot coverage, because including it would cause the bots to fly out of the base and die trying to reach it. With these, expanding is suddenly starting to sound a lot more feasible. I was originally planning on making modular armor and loading it with personal robots to build an expansion, but then I realized there's no solar power anywhere. There'd be no way to power my personal equipment except with portable reactors, and that takes 200 yellow science. Personal robots are way too good, so I've got no choice but to throw together some yellow science with a bunch of kludgy builds. Then there's something else that sounds great, and that's turning petroleum gas, plastic, and acid into napalm. I've been planning on
take the
switching
library,
flamethrowers, but this is a step above. It makes flamethrowers deal 150% damage, and I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty good. With that
SCP ass fucking book.
Getting the 200 processing units necessary to build one with a base this bad is painful, but well worth it. Compared to the start of this run, I'm just hiding away in my Cuckbox 3.0
Archie Aries or Roger.
What
are you doing, Luna?
Making even more regenerating walls seems great, but I also want a bunch of rocket fuel for my vehicles. One of those vehicles will be a tank, and that means I'll also want a bunch of cannon shells. The iron patch is down to 120k total ore, and the number of miners I can actually fit on it are drastically reduced. We've officially reached the point where the iron throughput is lower than the demand on plates, so this crappy little base is going to get even slower here on out.
Detective.
That giant patch out there beckons like the promised land. Killing this many nests is going to make them a little angry, but I've got no choice. It's time to assemble the squad, and this time, instead of trying to order them around, I'll just make them follow me in a circle. I've got flares,
Herbert Sinclair, Mary Jones.
Yep, I'm ready.
And me. Anything else up here I should be looking at? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no.
I couldn't clear it completely before losing all my gunners and running out of shells, but it's a lot cleaner than it was. And trying to save on flares, I decided to try driving with just my headlights, only to crash into a cliff.
That happens now? Oh my god, that's the worst.
And using the only healing capsules I can get, since they take wood to make. Well, that was some excitement. I can't afford to dawdle because the biters are going to recapture that area in no time. And thanks to Rampant, we'll do it with much stronger
That fucking sucks.
I form up another squad and start trying to build a line of power poles. I only need a bit of power to kick things off because my plan is to unbarrel the napalm and defend the patches with flamethrowers. Well, I made it here, but remember when I said that in Rampant the biters annihilate anything they come across? Well, guess what happened to my power poles? They've even made a nest right beside them, and just look at how much punishment they can take in comparison to the Tier 1 nests. I only need power for like 10 seconds tops to actually unbarrel all the napalm, so I try to rebuild it, but the biters know I'm here and are constantly destroying it. They're actually attracted to my position on the map, and that's why I don't leave the walls very much. It took too long, and now my little defensive box is getting hammered, and in trying to defend it remotely, I get caught by a bunch of biters and die right outside my gates. So that's not gonna work. Instead, I'll need to do what I did with the oil and build a tube. It won't be nearly as well defended as the other one because I simply don't have the resources, but with regenerating walls, some flamethrowers should be able to handle a couple swarms on their own. This thing won't be surrounded with pollution, so it shouldn't get hit with attacks as often as my main base, but that doesn't mean the biters are just going to let me build it. I've got a few chain gunners protecting me while I work, and you can see why I wanted personal robots before attempting to build something like this. There's a bunch of nests near where I want to build, so I've got to clear them out to avoid the aforementioned infinite biter aggro. But unsurprisingly, they're none too happy about it. Blowing up nests, then retreating to my wall of flamethrowers with a million biters on my ass is giving me flashbacks.
Did the commissary have a magnifying glass? No, they didn't.
Sweet iron patch. I've still got a bunch of biters I've got to clear out before I can totally envelop it, but it's within my grasp. Okay, these repair capsules are a little overpowered. I can just sit in my tank while the flamethrowers roast everything around me. Whenever you kill a nest in Rampant, it's like the biters go crazy and start sending attacks from all over the place. Even these tiny biters that ostensibly spawned at the beginning of the game are in. Also, something funny that I'd like to point out is how I'm purposefully ramming into rocks so I can collect the stone they drop and turn them into walls now that my stone mine has been totally depleted. Anyway, at last we can surround the iron patch. Not without difficulty though, but this is a good example of how helpless flamethrower turrets can become if there's a breach.
I'm not getting good luck with these rooms.
There we are, all nice and contained. Safe, mostly, from biters. Time to cover with miners and extract that precious iron ore. To actually get it back to the base, all I can really do is run a giant belt. This is going to use pretty much my entire stockpile of red belts too. Being excited about a single red belt of iron ore 10 hours into a run is a little painful, but we take what we can get. Actually getting it to the furnaces through
my little bunny
is extra fun, but we plug it in and iron plates
little criminal.
You can see the results on the production chart. We went from 400 plates a minute
and
falling
criminal.
to 1.8 plates a minute. My starter copper patch still has some life in it, so this will be enough to keep me going for a while. But as expected, my antics have really kicked things up a notch. I am getting absolutely hammered, and the biters are constantly trying to build nigh invincible nests right in front of my walls. The worst things are these worms that outrange my flamethrowers. The only thing I can do is take care of them manually. And when the tube breaks, I'm forced to repair it, lest a single biter break in and eat everything. It's like I'm back in the pre-bot era. And now let me introduce you to the newest existential threat to beset my base. Yeah, so that coal mine might last, but with it to fit less and less miners on it as it shrinks, it can no longer supply my boilers at maximum capacity.
Oh, laboratory.
It wasn't an issue until plugging in all that iron made the base start running at 100% again. Plus all the energy costs of charging the constant stream of repair bots. I give it an extra boost by fueling the boilers with the rocket fuel I've been stockpiling, but it's not a sustainable solution. There's a fire lit under me, so immediately I start making some concrete. What's that got to do with anything?
Funny.
Well, centrifuges, which are painfully expensive for this base.
I'm lost.
I start running a massive pipe of sulfuric acid through the tube, and I'm super lucky that this giant uranium patch just so happened to be in the path of capturing that
what you want, Dunya?
Because now I can mine uranium.
There's a thing on you.
Also bringing it back in through the tube. But there's one problem, which is that there's no space in my base for a nuclear plant, so I've got to anger the biters even more. Okay, they are really angry now. I'm starting to think
I don't understand why you're like
this.
this.
Oh god, my napalm is getting consumed faster than I can create it. Even with these crappy speed modules I put in the pump jacks, my already tiny oil field is only giving 20% of what it once did. And with only 1,000 units of napalm left, I've got to get more oil immediately. There's a field right above my tube, but I've got to fight for it before my flamethrower
That's
runs
cap.
out of ammo. It's now or never.
Science. Oh? Machine requires additional power piped in from the boiler room. Oh. Periodic table of elements? Now I gotta do some fuck shit.
Oh dear lord, I was so focused on killing the nests, I didn't notice all the alerts. It's all my worst fears
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across.
With the tube. Everything's been torn to pieces. There's biters everywhere. It wasn't just one biter that got inside, it was an entire swarm. This is the result of only a second without flames.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 across, second down.
Desperately to rebuild. I've got
1,
several
2, 3,
walls and
4.
flamethrowers stocked up, so if I act fast enough, I might just be able to salvage this. I've got some crude oil left in reserve that I can use now that the system is completely drained of napalm.
Push.
It looks like this just might work, but no, this is way too much. There's no way, and without my new iron mine, I won't ever be able to gather the supplies necessary to try again. It feels terrible to slide in, but there's no recovering. I'm gonna need to reload. Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
This time I'm going to just dump all the napalm
1,
and pump
2,
crude
3,
oil into
4,
the
5,
system.
6,
It does half
7.
the damage, but that's a whole lot more than zero. It's a good thing I set up my pumps to maintain 20k units of crude oil. If those tanks were empty, it's unlikely that with my oil field in the state it's in, that they could even make enough to supply all the flamers. Seriously, I just
1,
want to
2,
point out that in
3,
vanilla,
4, 5,
flamethrower ammo
6,
is
7.
never a concern. It's almost free, but Rampant's Death World is
1,
magical.
2, 3, 4, 5,
Once
6,
again, I've got to
7.
extend a tube into the wilderness and try to envelop it. The
Push
biters, for once,
3?
leave me mostly unmolested while I try to quickly set up this oil field and defend it. There we go. Now it's on. But I still need to get it back to the base, and that means running more pipes. I could pump it directly into the flamethrowers, but I want to switch them back to napalm later, so it'll need its own pipe. And of course, the moment I walk away, a bunch of biters break in and start eating all of them. Get out of here. Alright, we've got oil again. Just as I plug that in, the power starts fluctuating. Oh yeah, wasn't that the thing I was trying to fix in the first place? Well, it's much worse now, and I'm at risk of a power death spiral as the underpowered miners start to mine coal slower and slower, which then makes even less power. Seriously, this low light is really spooky. You can really feel the failure. Once again, thanks to my rocket fuel stockpile, I've got some time, but it's best that I deal with this immediately. Fortunately, it doesn't matter what we burn as long as it's combustible. So with our brand new
push
supply, I can
3
turn all of that
up.
oil into solid fuel and then mix that in with the coal on the fuel belt.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm on 8. Just there. 9.
Now that my walls can repair themselves, robots flying out to try and repair them just explode for no benefit, so they've lost their repair pack privileges. They'll still replace broken walls, though. After much delay, now it's time to actually do some uranium processing. And these gigantic worms growing next to my walls are a constant problem, especially in the tube. I really wish I could defend this place with robots, but I need to make a bunch of separate networks to keep the bots from flying over biters into dying. The walls seem to be holding for now, so it's a lower priority. And in case it wasn't obvious, I've switched back to napalm. Even though I have power through burning solid fuel, I still want to switch over to nuclear power. In my absence, the biters have reclaimed much of that land I cleared, and dealing with these high-tier bases is getting harder and harder. Thankfully, I've always got a wall of fire I can retreat to. That tank must have some killer AC.
Push 3 up after NIDE? No, did I fuck that up somewhere?
The bots are making it a lot easier, and since I'm bringing the ammo belt with me, these shotgun turrets can at least help out a bit from the side. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I fucked it up.
The only thing left to do is make the ammo belt circular again. Now that we've expanded, I can deconstruct the old defensive line, which is nice because I'll be able to repurpose the walls. It's also great because I've finally managed to fully capture my starting
1,
lake,
2,
so the
3,
dunning
4,
spiders will
5,
stop
6,
slowly
7,
covering up with
8,
landfill from
9.
their corpses.
I
While
fucked
I was
up on
doing that, I've
10.
been making a couple efficiency modules. It won't make an incredible difference, but it will make the mines over here less stinky, and hopefully draw less attention to my thin walls out here. Unlikely, though.
No, I didn't.
Alright, so nuclear power plants are really expensive, and I've just barely managed to scrounge together enough copper to make one of these things.
11
all the exchangers and
is...
turbines. It feels really weird making a nuclear power plant this tiny, but 40 megawatts is all I need right now. I'll be crafting all the nuclear fuel by hand, because just one centrifuge is enough to give me the enriched uranium necessary. And if I stop the inserter from adding more...
Push 3 up after 9.
Even more fuel. This will completely replace my boilers and drastically reduce my pollution production. As I mentioned before, I'm still running off my starting copper patch. It's only until you hit yellow and purple science that iron and copper demand start
Push
to even
3
out,
up
so it's
after
lasting
9.
much
But
longer.
what is that in
But
reference
it
to?
too is beginning to succumb to time. Luckily, there's another patch right here, and it's only a matter of clearing off all the natives. Wow, you can even stack the healing effect of these repair capsules. If you ask me, they're a little too strong, and I'd probably make a regenerating wall.
Oh, it's push 3 up after 9! But I don't have the boiler room.
Since we've already built 3 tubes,
Damn.
it's pretty easy to simply seal off the top and create a box. Stuff
Experiment
like this
setup.
is why I'm a little keen on reducing pollution. Rampant still hates you even without tons of pollution. But even with my regenerating walls, I'm losing like 10 or 20 a minute, and without an actual stone mine, anything that reduces my wall attrition is welcome. I decide to go ahead and clear out this area as well. The biters are strong enough that chain gunners just die instantly, so it's just me and my tank. I've got hours upon hours of footage filled with nothing but carnage, so sometimes it's hard to choose what to include in the video.
Got 2.
With those out of the way, I extend the wall some more. I wanted to envelop my old oil field because it's got tons of walls I'd like to repurpose, and it's just less that I need to worry about defending. I'm tired of any wall breach being a death sentence out here, so I'm going to go ahead and cover everything with shotgun turrets as well.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a belt ride for those shells, but like I said, they're much more ammo efficient than gunners, so it should be enough. And the old tube to the second oil field can go away as well. This base actually looks kinda weird with this much space in it. Replacing the old tube defenses with my standard shotgun defense is a long and laborious process, but at least with the old flamethrowers behind me, it's mostly safe. So long as I remember to actually close the walls. There we go, tied into the top, and we're totally surrounded with shotguns. Once again, with only one wall to worry about, I can repurpose all the old defenses. And at long last, I can completely cover all of my defenses with robot networks. I'm barely losing any robots now, but the downside is I need to look at a million repair pack missing warnings that will never go away. With all of those walls I harvested, and after slowly upgrading all of my normal walls into regenerating ones, I decided to use a different kind of Dragon's Tooth design, just to mess with people. And not really. It's because it's slightly shorter than the other design, and means one less block of range that worms can hit but my flamethrowers can't. I tell ya, you really get an appreciation for the level of carnage when you're going around the whole perimeter like this. Oh yeah, and I tore up the uranium processing, so I gotta put that back. Now I've got the space, and I've got the mines, it's time to worry about building an actual base. I'll need more power because I'm planning on using electric furnaces, so here's another power plant. It's pretty standard, and while I could barely afford the resources to make these, I've set it up so I can easily add on another 2 reactors when I need more power.
You know what? I'm gonna just
about that
check what the red room is.
While this might be a big iron
We're gonna find
it's
out.
still only one, so I'll need to temper my ambitions a bit. I'll probably be able to squeeze about 3 or 4 red belts around
okay,
it. So
that's actually pretty good.
I'll be able to upgrade it later with beacons and blue belts if necessary, but my belt production sucks, so this is
60.
what I'm starting with.
9 times. Whoa. Oh, 9 divided by 9. Bro. What? It's just 3.
Like I said, copper demand is usually less than iron. Unless you're going for infinite research using space science, then it's actually greater than iron. Whatever the case, it's going to be much better than the old base, and that's what matters. I probably should have set up more steel, but I ran out of furnaces and was too lazy to gather more stone for bricks by crashing into rocks. Next, I'll need to set up oil refining, and it's a pretty standard affair. I probably didn't need this many, but I have a brain condition where I can't be satisfied unless there's 2 rows of refineries. Then there's oil
Oh.
cracking. There's ratios, and it's like 17 light oil cracking plants for every 20 refineries, and only 5 for heavy oil, but I usually build
16, 15, 3, 6, 9, 12, 35.
After that, it's a simple matter of bringing some water from the only lake in the entire world up to the refineries. Turn on the oil, and isn't that beautiful? Almost makes you forget about the hell outside
That
the walls.
really sucks.
Time for plastic. Now that I'm not burning it, my starter coal patch should be enough to keep this supplied for a while. I
Go for
regret that I had to
gems.
raise the richness 33% for all the resources, but I definitely don't think I would have made it far enough to capture another patch if I hadn't.
Gems are not in the white or blue box. Gems are not are both. Okay, you're wrong.
Set up this whole base pretty fast. It's not really meant to be expandable or anything. It's just a base that can make all the science. And like any base, the most important product is circuits. I'm not really bothering to ratio things out. I'm just letting my heart guide me. And my heart tells me you usually end up spending about half of your copper on greens, so I'm making enough factories to consume a red belt of copper. My heart also tells me that each green circuit assembler can support 6 red circuit assemblers. And so, I don't know, I guess 20 might be enough for a base this small. It's also 1 green.
Where are my goodies? I know they're here.
Again, I'm speeding through this stuff because it's not really the point of this video. With just some engine units, I can make chemical science out of the circuits and sulfur. And since it's easy, might as well shove red science in here as well. And some green science too. Why not? We're already caught up to the science capabilities of the old base.
Garbage.
And now I'm going straight to yellow science because it's the only one I can actually make. Don't forget, I still don't have a stone mine.
Banana?
We've already got the blue circuits, and there's low density structures.
Wait,
so
isn't
we're
it
only
an
missing the
apple?
robot
Fuck!
parts. Those need some batteries and electric engines. This build is already hideous, but these are the things you're allowed to do when you know you're not going to be expanding the design ever. I'd like to think my designs this run have made more than a couple eyebrows raised, but my excuse is that it's hard to build when your base is constantly exploding.
I don't know what that is.
Like I said, I can't make it because no stone, but I'm going to go ahead and set up purple science. I always like this design that directly inserts rails into the science assemblers, since one rail assembler feeds 2 and they're annoying to put on belts.
That's the worst.
Productivity modules, which we can build, and the electric furnaces, which we can't.
Oh, apple.
There, it'll be great when I can actually turn it on. And while I'm at it, might as well build military science. It also takes stone bricks, so it'll be worthless as well, but might as well knock it out fast. It's roughly 1
success.
each, so again, I like to do direct insertion for builds that I know I'm never going to bother beaconing. This run is almost looking normal. Now time to bring it all to some labs. I'm not bothering to add room for space science because I'm not planning on staying here for any longer than I can help it, but it'll let me
1,
research
2, 3, 4, 5.
Honestly, there's only like one useful thing I can get, and that's requester chests. But hey, I've got them. I'd like to point out that this run is over 20 hours long, and to the moment I had the time alone and the space to build, setting up all the sciences from scratch took me only a little over 3 hours. And that's the rampant Death World difference, baby. As much as I'd love to win right now, I can't, and that's because, you know, still no stone. I crash into some rocks to collect a few because I want to make rails. This run, actually using trains?
I don't have 3.
The biters are strong enough to usually take
No, stop it. Hello. What are you doing, Luna? Stop.
Piercing shells now that I've got the spare resources. It'll take several hours to upgrade all the shells on that belt, but that's why I'm doing it now.
Nom nom nom. Luna, why are you throwing out? Why you do that? Do you not like the hay?
Mostly I've just been standing around watching biters get shot while I wait for these cannon shells to craft. But when I feel like I've finally got enough, it's time to rock and roll. Or, you know, tread, since these are tanks. Yeah, we can make AI chain gunners, but we can also make AI tanks. And here we go.
Yay! Good bunny. Yes.
And
eat the hay. That is your food. You must eat that.
I didn't even make it to any of the nests I intended to kill before the AI tanks wasted all the shells shooting random fighters and friendly firing each other.
Eat some more.
The fighters are all strangely explosive resistant. Looks like it's back to the drawing board, I guess. Fires never let me down. How about these flame tanks? Well, I need to wait another hour or so to get all the
I will
special
sit here so I can
flamethrower
encourage you to
ammunition
eat.
But let's give them a shot. Okay, okay, that is much better. Alright, fighters, I'm coming for that stone.
Hi, Bunny.
The biters themselves are strong, but these tier 1 nests and worms go down pretty easy. It wasn't
That's
my
okay.
intention, but I'm starting to wonder if I actually ended up making it easier by totally saturating everything with biter nests, seeing as the ones spawned at the start are still tier 1. Maybe that's also why I haven't gotten many mutations beyond acid and fast biters. I have seen a brutal biter here and there, which are nigh invulnerable to bullets, but they die to fire just fine.
Such a
Whatever.
good
The
little
important
bunny.
thing is, I've carved a path to the stone. So in the safety of my walls, I start designing the blueprints that I'm going to use to reach it.
Why are your
It's a
feet
little bit
looking
too
like that?
precise to design on the fly, and eventually I'm satisfied. There's a few more nests I've got to take out, and hey, the shotgun's using piercing ammo now.
Good boy.
It's still dangerous out here, and so I'll have some more chain gunners around to escort me. Also, I'm going back to the plus-style Dragon's Teeth. Honestly, I just think they look better on the map, and that was my only criteria. Unfortunately, I quickly realized I'm going to run out of walls, so I'm forced to abandon it in favor of using only one wall, which is less than ideal, but I've got to reach all the way
Oh,
there.
a broken
This is why
lever.
I've been so keen on reclaiming old walls. At this point, I've barely got enough to actually reach the mines and surround them. And, ouch, that is not where you want to die. But I managed to get back in time before they can totally destroy everything. We've got a coal patch down here too, which means with this area captured, we now have a reliable supply of every
Yes,
resource.
the commissary.
And there we are, stone and coal acquired. Now I've just got to set up the rails, which is straight through the old base. It's not like it's really doing anything at
metal
this point
detector
anyway, so I'm
slash-
more than happy to rip it up. The coal just needs to be unloaded like so, but the stone will need a couple furnaces to make bricks. Now we actually make the mines. Again, using efficiency modules since this is
Fuck
so
it,
far
we
away
ball.
from the base and separated from any
Oh, it's the
automatic repairs.
observatory. You get the farmer's apple today?
I messed up and got the stone and brick belt reversed, but as soon as that's sorted out, we've
Oh,
got common
it's
science
random.
and military science, as well as access to walls again. Yep, finally everything's turning up.
Oh, the magnifying
I give the
glass.
new mines a hand supplied
That's so
robot
good.
network to replace any broken walls. Hopefully that should be enough. But after a while, I realized the tube's been compromised. Thankfully, with the rails, I can use an extra train to reach it extra fast. It's not surprising it broke, considering it's only one layer thick.
Take
So my
haul
next priority
away.
is making more.
I shouldn't have done that.
Oh god, the fast fighter's inside! Rude. Yeah, with all those walls, I'm more than happy to add on the additional defenses that this place needed. Hey look, fire biters. They're resistant to flamethrowers, and that might have caused me some real trouble if they showed up earlier, but now that I've got shotgun turrets pretty much everywhere, it ends like you'd expect. I've done a couple things while you weren't watching, like set up a bot mall, add a bunch of cheap modules into most things, double the nuclear power plants, and add speed modules to the mines. Just some stuff. I researched artillery, and while I was expecting it to
Double
trivialize
what?
everything, as it turns out the high-tier nests are incredibly resistant to explosives, and so it takes like 5 or 6 shells to take out one. For a base this small, that's not really
Anything else?
sustainable, but at least I'll be able to use it to snipe annoying worms.
Oh.
So at this point, as long as I'm determined enough, I'll be able to expand anywhere I want. And the biters, while numerous, don't have much of a chance anymore. Well, except for when I almost killed off my mining outpost by forgetting to fix the napalm pipe, but barring catastrophic user error, I'm pretty safe in here now. I considered expanding to a much larger base just to show the biters who's boss, but you know, looking around, this isn't exactly my idea of an idyllic retreat, and so I've decided to go ahead and leave, winning the game. But before I do, I see a couple technologies that catch my eye from the Rampant Arsenal mod, like Mark III power armor and nuclear tanks. I look at the equipment grid size of those things, and I'm like, that's not balanced. And then I'm like, ooh, that's not balanced. So while I'm amassing the ingredients necessary to make those, I might as well set up all the rocket ingredients. As I'm sure you all know, we need 3 things to make a rocket, and we've already got the low-density structures, so that leaves rocket control units and rocket fuel. They're both pretty easy to make. The RCUs just take all 3 types of circuits, and twice as many RCU assemblers as speed module assemblers. Rocket fuel is one of the easiest recipes to craft, since you can just do an arrangement like this, and having enough light oil is rarely
I'll take a locksmith.
Research the rocket, build the silo, and there it is. Don't forget the Tier 3 productivity
A
modules.
lockpick kit.
Great, now we can build that while I have some fun. This passed by in the blink of an eye for you, but this represents about 4 or 5 hours of standing around researching things and gathering resources. But boy is this nuclear tank worth it. Yes, it's just a scaled up normal tank, but hey, modders do it for free. The reason it's not balanced is because I can shove like 40 personal laser equipments into it. If you want to know what that looks like, well, it looks a little something like this. Take that, biters. This is for everything you've put me through. Yeah, it's funny to me that the artillery costs like 100 steel to make even enough shells to take out one high-tier nest, but here I am driving through them with lasers that never need any ammo. Rampant Arsenal added a ton of different turrets, like cannon turrets, acid turrets, and lightning turrets, but even at the end of the run, I never ended up needing more than flamethrowers and shotguns. Really, flamethrower turrets are a little overpowered, and will always end up trivializing combat after the early game. This Rampant revisit was interesting. I was kind of hoping that all the different fighter factions would force me to diversify defenses and to build more specialty designs, but while there's fighters resistant to bullets and fighters resistant to fire, there's no fighters resistant to both, so the same design seemed to work for everything. It is a bit unfortunate that I think the total nest coverage was actually a bad thing. I'd assumed that the nests mutated as is, but it seems one spawn at the start of the game remained Tier 1 common forever.
Can I fucking pick anything, man? Jesus.
Hopefully you didn't think that this run was easy. I did hear about nuclear fighters that can blow holes in your walls, and I'm not sure if I should feel lucky or unlucky that I never ran into them.
Wait, is it cooked?
I did need to reload a few times too, so it's not a complete victory. Apparently, if you just ran through the map fast enough, you'll get into normal fighters and nests that haven't had the time to transform yet. The world is full of mysteries. The regenerating walls were definitely the MVP.
Wait, I think I am cooked.
Without them, capturing new areas would have been next to impossible, and certainly impossible without a stone.
Yeah, no way, 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 no way. No way, no way, no way, no way. No way. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, yeah, I fucked myself. Classic.
Looking for new and interesting fighter mutations, but I don't think there's too many beyond these sapper fighters. Anyway, I've been having fun taking my sweet, sweet revenge, but I think it's time to go. And what the hell? My nearly invincible tank suddenly exploded for no reason. Looking at the footage, that number is a cluster of fighters, and I think all of them spawned underneath my tank and did collision damage or something. Well, I've got a rocket with my name on it. As always, I'd like to thank my patrons, who in their boundless generosity decided to throw me into the trenches this month. It's amazing that so many people picture myself with Factorio, but I'm out of here.
Go with the hallway. Billiards.
Crastorio 2.
Boy, I hate
It's an
puzzles.
overhaul mod for Factorio that, quote, adds numerous new buildings, items, technologies, and mechanics to the game. Now, if you've watched my other Factorio videos, you may have come to the assumption that I play this game to torture myself, but I do occasionally play this game for fun, and hopefully this will end up being the latter. You may have noticed that I'm not the Factorio engineer today. I'm a tech priest from Warhammer 40k and the very cool Mechanicus mod. Or is it pronounced Mechanicus because it's Latin? Well, I'm sure some Warhammer lore master can correct me. Anyway, I just thought it was fitting. There's some other mods I'm using on top of Crastorio 2, half of which I don't even use.
Times 2, 28.
Yep, there they are, and there they go. Okay. Now, the first thing you'll notice
Ow,
is
my
that
back.
we've got these damaged
4.
assembling machines lying around the crash, as well as a small power source and a damaged lab.
I've never been able to
Which
use this
because
thing.
This is the only way we can do research until we get the technology that lets us craft our own labs. We're gonna need stone, so we mine some of the 50 billion rocks that Alien Biomes puts all over the place, and move on to the iron. The next thing you'll notice is that you need to set the recipes for your furnaces. You can't just put stuff in. It's a little annoying, but as an intellectual, I know that it's because the person who made the mod wanted smelting recipes to take multiple ingredients and had to code them like assembly machines to achieve that. The next thing
Oh,
an iron plate doesn't take one ore, it takes two.
I
Also that the iron
see.
plates look different, but that's less important. Anyway, after
I'm just
gathering
an
some iron and
idiot.
copper, we can start thinking about using these damaged machines for research. If there's anything that'll let us automate things, I'm sure it's the research called Automation Core, so let's grab that. In the meantime, I can use
I have
these
no
crappy
gems. I
assembly
mean, I might as well
machines
get the
to process
utility
my
pod.
iron
The utility
into
pod's
gears and
kind of
save me
useful,
some
so I'll just
time.
leave it alone for now.
I wonder why my furnaces are running out of fuel so fast before I realize that they're using 350 kilowatts each. That's almost 4 times the coal consumption of a vanilla furnace. I guess
I
I
don't
can
want to
respect
do
the
this
logic
one.
behind that.
Fuck.
It is a furnace after all. With Automation Cores done, we can do whatever it is we can do with them. That's the fun of overall mods. You gotta figure it out. And what it seems we can do is research assembling machines. That broken reactor only makes a pitiful 240 kilowatts. We don't have access to steam power yet, but fortunately we can make wind turbines for an even more pitiful 20 kilowatts each. With 4 of these we can power a single assembling machine. Hey, it's better than nothing. By the way, Alien Biomes has several biomes that slow you down to walk on them, and snow is one of them, so I'm gonna be extremely slow all the time. These brick paths will save me a load of time in the future. Assembly machines are done, so now we can do
One of these has to be false.
machines. And while I was distracted, the biters took the liberty of
You're
eating all
false.
my miners. And then they decided to eat me. I guess now is a good time to mention that Crastorio added actual aiming to the game. Yes, you need to point in the direction you want your bullets to go. You can't just hold space anymore. Anyway, I respawn, deal with the rest of them, and decide I should start taking defense a little more seriously. Normally I wouldn't expect an attack this early, but it's to be expected with a nest that close. Also, I think Crastorio is making my miners and furnaces a little more polluting than usual. As soon as I can craft a machine gun and a shotgun, I decide it's time for a little revenge. After some lead pills from my good friend Dr. Shotgun here, the problem disappears.
I assume that's the truth.
For now. You might have noticed that purple
That one's a lie.
slimy goo underneath the nests. It's called Creep, and it's a nightmare to walk through, but it plays an important role in this mod, and we'll get to that later. I finished researching steam power.
This one is
so it's
impossible
time
to be true,
upgrade.
no?
Check out the length of these underground pipes. As neat as their animations are, these wind turbines are about as useful as they are in real life. A single steam engine outputs 750 kilowatts, which is the equivalent of 30 turbines. With that power, we can start assembling some more complicated things like these automation cores, which are used in red red tech cards, to further our research. You may have noticed that it's 45 minutes in, and I'm still forced to use burner inserters for this. The red tech card also takes these blank data cards, which are an ingredient in all of the data cards, except for the basic one, which you basically make out of wood and some string. Sometimes you have to wonder about the scientific insight you can apparently glean from a sheet of tin foil into gear, but it's a video game, who cares? Another nest came over to say hi, so it's about time that I set up gun turrets and ammo. And then another attack shows up, but thanks to the power of omega-3 fatty acids, I managed to survive.
Yay.
Finally, I've unlocked yellow inserters. Once I get electric mining drills, I'll finally have all of the research you normally start with in the base game. I'm going to need to half-automate this stuff if I ever want to escape hand-feeding hell. It's a little tougher than it is in vanilla, but mild compared to the other overhaul mods. The yellow inserters are probably the biggest difference since they take these inserter parts to make. With that, we're one step closer to actual automation. As you can see from the corpses, these gun turrets have been doing pretty well for themselves, and it's no wonder. The yellow ammo does twice as much damage as it does in the base game, and the magazines last much longer. To be honest, these gun turret buffs might be my favorite part of the mod. With a decent supply of inserters and belts, we can start thinking about upping our production and building a furnace stack.
The observatory.
In this mod, stone is more important than it usually is, since we need it to make glass, which is used in several important recipes, but first it needs to go through a crusher to be turned into sand. This mod also comes with a new logistics tool called the loader, which lets things roll off of a belt and directly into a machine. I say new, but the programming for loaders is actually in the base game. They were just never fully added, and they look like this. So Crastorio really polished
Kinda
them up.
like the
And as you can see, in comes stone and out comes sand. Now we've got copper, iron,
I'd rather
glass,
get that,
and
though.
bricks. One step closer to an actual base. But there's something we're missing, and that's steel. But it's not as simple as it is in the base game. Remember when I said I was expecting a smelting recipe with multiple ingredients? Well, here it is. To make steel, we need to combine some iron plates with coke, which we can only get by roasting some wood with some coal.
I'm gonna eat you. Nom 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 nom.
We need a steady supply of wood, and that's where the greenhouse comes in. Essentially, they turn electricity and water into wood, and now that we've got some glass, we can actually make a few. They even remove pollution as they work. The greenhouses are greening, and the coke is coking, so now it's time for steel. Easy. We've got everything we need, so now it's time to actually build a base, which I totally haven't been putting off until now. If there's one thing I learned from playing Factorio, it's that the green circuits are important, so we're making those next. They take wood as an ingredient, but they're pretty similar beyond that. I just realized I made the 3-to-2 wire-to-circuit assembler arrangement without checking the crafting time or ratios in this mod. It's so ingrained in my psyche, I did it without thinking. It's not even optimal here, but I'm not bothering to change it. If I want data cards, I'm going to use my data cards. These things craft extremely fast and very cheap, so we don't need that many to feed a lot of science. I'm still basic, so I need basic tech cards, but these things get phased out pretty quickly. Unlike vanilla Factorio, where you're using red science from start all the way up to infinite research, in Crastorio, many of these tech cards become completely obsolete, and if red tech cards are CDs, then these basic ones are floppy disks. We'll get everything we need for them pretty quick. I make the red cards real quick, plus the plans to expand once I've actually got enough assembling machines, and after 3 hours, we've finally got automated science. And after like 30 seconds, we've got green cards up too. While that churns away, I can start automating some supplies. You get to skip the endless trips back and forth hand-feeding iron to make inserters, but I need to live through it. This is one of those put anything where it fits kind of bases. Getting one iron plate out of every 2 ores is rough, and with steel taking half, I need some more. Automating all the belt and belt accessories is a little tough, but very important. And this is what inspired me to start automating red ammo. I'm tired of walking in the snow. I want a car. Only problem is, and this is probably my only gripe with this mod, but you can't drive a car without first getting some special fuel, which requires oil processing to get. No more wood-powered cars. And yes, I know you can disable it in the mod settings, but it's only on startup, and it's the default, so it's what most people are going to experience. With most of the stuff I'll need fully automated, it's time to start thinking about oil. Remember that special fuel? It takes hydrogen, so I'm barreling some before I head over there, because I want my car and I want it now. Fortunately, the oil field isn't far away, so I can just run a pipe straight to my base. Another change Crastorio made is that now oil fields can actually be depleted, and instead of being tied to the richness of the patch, it seems that all pump jacks pump at the same speed now, which, as it turns out, is pretty fast. After making this kludge, I've finally earned my car privileges. This will make moving around 80% less painful. I didn't intend for this playthrough to be in a winter wonderland, it's just how it turned out. Boy, am I glad they buffed gun turrets, because that is a lot of dead biters. The next thing on our agenda is chemical tech cards. They're basically the equivalent of chemical science in the base game, but where you'd expect engine units and sulfur, instead you have glass and sulfuric acid. The advanced circuits are also different. Instead of plastic, they take these electronic components which take glass, silicon, and plastic. Oil processing is the exact same as it is in the base game, so there's nothing to worry about here. Plastic too. To make silicon, we're gonna need more sand. We'll filter the sand along with some water to make quartz, otherwise known as silica, and by roasting the quartz in a furnace, we can finally create silicon. Combine it all with plastic and glass, and we've got electronic components. And with them, red circuits. This is probably a good time to mention another feature in Crastorio, the ability to choose which side of the belt the inserters drop on. Yes, no longer are you restricted to only the far side. Here's another feature. Medium electric poles have a supply range of 9x9 instead of 7x7, so they can actually reach the other end of an assembler. Isn't that great? Now all we need is sulfuric acid. The recipe is the exact same as it is in the base game, except doubled for some reason, so no problem there. Also, I want explosives, so enjoy this very spaghetti setup. Now I just need to get all the components to where the blank tech cards come from, and wow, I had no idea Red Undergrounds were this long. They're a whole 4 tiles longer than they are in vanilla. Come on, Crastorio, you shouldn't be enabling my spaghetti like this. One thing that makes this easier is that all the tech cards have the same crafting time and quantity. They all take 20 seconds to craft and produce 5 cards. So balancing your science production is as simple as making the same number of assemblers. By the way, here's the ratios for vanilla science for comparison. Now we just yoink some blank data cards, plug them in, and presto, we've got chemical cards up. Much like the base game, this will allow us to research construction robots, as well as electric furnaces and a bunch of new stuff as well. One of those new things is advanced chemistry. I touched on it earlier with the hydrogen I needed to make the fuel for my car, but this adds more of it. It's nowhere near as complicated as the chemistry in a mod like, say, Nullius, so it shouldn't be too scary if you're not a veteran. And remember when I said it takes 2 ores to make 1 plate? Well, with this ore washing research, we can recover some of that at the cost of sulfuric acid, which boosts it from a 50% return to a 75% return on your ore, even more if you use productivity modules in the chemical plants. Lots of cool stuff to be sure. I'm running low on power, so I decided to try out these gas-powered engines. They consume 6 petroleum a second to create 4.5 megawatts and a whopping 30 pollution per minute. But to make the same amount with steam boilers would create 60 pollution per minute, plus the 25% bonus pollution that Crastorio adds when you burn coal. Clearly the superior option.
Oh god, we're way back.
We're gonna want some military science. Remember that purple creep? Turns out it's one of the ingredients needed to make military tech cards. You can harvest it by hitting Alt plus C and dragging over wherever there's creep. It harkens back to the ancient Factorio days of 2017 when killing biter spawners made them drop alien artifacts which you use to make alien science. You can eventually automate creep production with a building called a biolab, but you're going to be getting so much of it it's hardly worth it. And because you won't see me build a single one throughout this whole run, here's its animation. Just look at that pulsing meat.
Fuck.
Incredible. The research data also takes coke and steel.
No.
I didn't feel like bringing the blank data cards down, so I just made more here. You may have noticed that this base is a bit of a mess, but here's a tip to all beginners. You can excuse any bad design as long as you call it your starter base. Neat, eh? Anyway, with military tech cards, we can reliably kill biter nests and start thinking about expanding. We're all out of research that uses basic tech cards, so the military tech can take its place on the belt. Obviously, we want robots next. To make them, it's pretty much the same as it is in the base game, except you need electronic components instead of electronic circuits. I think the biggest difference between Factorio veterans and beginners is how hard they go for bots. I simply can't stress enough how powerful it is to have a fully supplied robot network, especially in mods like this.
Man, god damn it.
As long as you automate roboports and provider chests, you can do pretty much everything remotely. An interesting addition Crastorio made is different modes for your roboports. Normal, which is the same as the base game. Construction, which removes logistics coverage entirely for a larger construction area. And logistics, which does the same as construction except for logistics. They also increase the connection range between 2 roboports. Sounds great.
Oh my god, I'm trolling, dude. I'm fucking
Now I don't need to worry about repairing my turrets anymore. Did I mention I'd like the gun turret buffs? I like the gun turret buffs. After swapping in some passive provider chests, at 7 hours it's time to start thinking about expanding. I couldn't show my face again if I let this base be the center of this video. Remember, this is just my starter base.
I don't have a magnifying
You know
glass
it's
anymore.
serious when he starts automating cargo wagons. Because I'm a sucker for stupid stipulations, I've decided that my real base will be designed entirely around one-to-one trains, meaning one engine and one cargo wagon. Basically, I want crossing the street to be as dangerous as possible.
Oh my god, man. I'm
In
getting
Questorio,
fucked
ride
so
in it, it has
hard
an
with the
equipment
fucking
grid,
law.
kind of like the Spider-Tron in vanilla. There's also these portable generators you can fill with coal to power your grid without the need for solar, and these additional engines you can add to make the car drive faster. I also put a roboport in my car so it can help me build rails. Now it's time to stop beating around the bush and actually get started. I made my own chunk-aligned rail system, meaning that all the blueprints exist within a 32 by 32 area. I can do this because Crastorio extended the reach of big electric poles from 30 to 32. Thank you, Crastorio. This means I can assemble my whole rail network like one of those snap-together train sets for kids. Shame about all the biters in the way. Fortunately, we have the best kind of tech. The explosive kind. Just make sure you don't drive into the creep. Because of the slowdown, ramming the nest isn't much of an option, but the range of the tank's cannon is nearly doubled to compensate. I, for one, support it. Back to rails. Here's a generic mine stop that takes up 4 chunks. If you notice the problem with the signals, congratulations. You notice about 20 hours faster than I did.
Oh.
Here's me making a minor design and turning it into a tileable blueprint. It could have been better, but I don't care. Now we just need to repeat that with all the other resources, and we can start thinking about the beginnings of the base. But before that, here's another thing Crastorio added. It's an air purifier. It takes air filters as input and absorbs a staggering 75 pollution per minute from the chunk itself until it spits out a used pollution filter 10 minutes later, which you can run under the sink and reuse later. These things are blatantly overpowered, but I am not complaining. I set up some more mines real quick, at least it's quick for you, and then come across a new resource literally called rare metals. Mining it is very similar to mining uranium, except it takes even longer to mine and uses chlorine instead of sulfuric acid, which you'll recall we can get from zapping water with sand. I set up a stop for oil and this stuff called mineral water, but don't worry about that for now. Anyway, that's all the basic resources covered, so onto the actual structure of the base. I think this place to the south of our spaghetti base looks pretty good. It's a well-known fact that 90% of your deaths on the Alien Biomes mod comes from crashing into rocks. These chunk-aligned rails are very convenient. Slowly, a shape emerges. So here's the actual design. The trains go into this one way that feeds into a waiting bay, leading into a series of cells big enough to fit one of our trains that weaves on and off this central track before plugging back into the main line. There's a lot of preliminary stuff I need to set up before this base can start producing anything. I'm going to need this chlorine to mine the rare metals, and once I have the ore, I'll need some hydrochloric acid to wash it. Again, the chemistry isn't terribly complicated, since most of the stuff you can pull out of thin air with these atmospheric condensers. I'm also making ammonia by combining nitrogen and hydrogen. I don't have much of a use of it for now, but might as well set it up while I'm in the neighborhood. Though the condensers only take electricity to produce this stuff, the crafting times are very long, so you'll need a lot of them if you want any decent amount. Now I need oil refining. I need to do this first because I'm planning on setting up that ore washing stuff I mentioned earlier, and I'll need a steady supply of sulfuric acid to accomplish that. Once again, the oil refining is the exact same as it is in the base game, so nothing scary here. These tanks can hold 200,000 units of fluid. That's 8 times as much as the regular tanks. The cracking is also the same. I'm just making sure there's enough space to add a couple beacons should I need them later. Can you believe they made offshore pumps take electricity? Here's where the trains will come to pick up all those neat fluids we just made, as well as drop off crude oil. I had to make a little extension to fit a stop for the iron plates for sulfuric acid because I didn't have enough train stops, but oh well. Speaking of sulfuric acid,
I'll take a patio, because the rest of these are dog
Go
shit.
train and fetch me some oil.
Yeah.
While that's on its adventure, I set up some rocket fuel production. They use this new building called a fuel refinery, and there's 3 different recipes for rocket fuel, but all of them take oxygen and iron. The rocket fuel is pretty different here, since it confers no speed bonus to vehicles, and it has a 1/5 of its usual burnable fuel value. But finally, we can turn this thing on.
The key.
We got our acid, now we need to build our smelting, and that starts with ore washing. For that, we'll need another row of train cells. Plus some stops that'll bring the washing fluid. The ore train stops here, and then another train will come to pick up the washed ore. The concept is simple enough, but we'll need a lot if we want to fill a belt. When it's done washing, it outputs dirty water, which we'll need to clean before reusing. That's done in these filtration plants, and this will be enough for all the ore washing I'm planning on doing right now. Cleaning the dirty water results in stone and ore as a byproduct. You can set it to filter out copper or rare metals instead of iron, but I chose iron because I can just route it back into the washing plant already here. The stone I just turn into landfill. This whole process is net neutral on water, meaning that we don't lose any from dirtying it.
Yippee.
This means we want to put a limit on how much water can actually enter this tank, otherwise it'd get clogged with the tank already filled with water, leaving nowhere for the freshly cleaned water to go, and causing a backup.
Okay, let's see what
With
the
water
graphics
and
video's
sulfuric
got.
acid coursing through its veins, our first ore washing station is
Day
complete.
1.
So obviously I'm gonna need more, but then I'm like, why am I building this whole thing out of me and my car's inventory when I have a fully stocked base at home? So then I stop being an idiot and actually expand my robot network. Now I'm running low on power, but I'm not really in a good position to set up nuclear power, seeing as I don't even have a uranium mine, let alone Kovarax enrichment yet. Fortunately, we've got oil fields everywhere, and that means petroleum. With just this, we can make 90 megawatts of continuous power. Of course, it generates 600 units of pollution a minute, but that's nothing a few air filters can't solve. 8 to be precise. That's all we need to completely nullify this area's pollution, plus 1 or 2 for the plants and refineries. Unfortunately, I'll still need to come here every so often to swap the filters manually, but it's a small price to pay for 0 biter attacks. Anyway, now that I've expanded my robot network, building the rest of the ore washing stops is as easy as this.
Go with the vestibule.
I can build the lane where I'm gonna put the forges remotely too.
Moni.
Each one of these cells fits inside of a chunk, so as long as I keep everything within 32 blocks wide, I could copy and paste another one anywhere I need it. This is the general idea behind a so-called modular base, and the main strength of this kind of setup. The need to set recipes in the furnaces makes this a little more annoying, but it's understandable. While I wait for more electric furnaces to be made, I build a stop for wood, since I'll need it to make the coke and steel and electronic circuits
I don't
later.
recognize that room.
I love
The
watching
Great
the
Hall
dots on
Petitioning
the map.
Plan.
For all that talk of modular design, here's some not-so-good design. This thing here would be difficult to copy to another place and has no waiting area for trains, but I don't really care because all it does is make coke, which we won't need much of, and otherwise this entire space would be empty. Look at this waiting to accept trains. I've got 1 step for steel, 2 for iron, 2 for copper, and 1 of rare metals, but I'm not done yet because as far as raw materials go, there's still glass and silicon to worry about. Bricks aren't used in pretty much anything, but I'm still gonna mass produce them. I'm going to address this now, but if you were wondering about the train stops and the waiting cells, they're gone now. I was trying something, it didn't work, so we're back to basics. I'm not going to go into detail because this video is long enough already, but it was an attempt to make it so multiple trains could be on the central track at one time instead of needing to wait in the waiting cell until the whole lane was clear.
1107?
Okay. I could have solved it with the logistics train network mod, but I didn't want to pile on too much new stuff for this video. Anyway, back to forges. This lane is less than ideal with all this stuff in the way, but all we need it for is glass and silicon, so it's a level of bad I'm willing to tolerate. Here's some more bad design, making such limited space for these crushers.
Oh, that's so fucking
sure by the
dog
time it's
shit,
a problem,
man.
I'll at least have beacons. That's glass, so now it's time for silicon. I probably should have looked at the crafting ratios harder, but nearing 20 hours with only blue tier science, I'm getting a little impatient. But finally, that should be all the basic resources covered. We've got the processing, now we just need the trains to carry the stuff between them. This is all these trains do. They go to a pickup, wait until they're full, and then wait at a drop until they're empty. It's as simple as it can get. Keep in mind that you can have multiple stations with the same name, so if I've got 5 stations all named Copper or Drop, the trains will be able to choose between any of them and prioritize the stations that are empty instead of queuing behind the same full one.
You're fucking
If you haven't
kidding
guessed,
me,
we are
dude.
going to have a lot of trains by the time we're through. It feels like it's been an eternity, but now it's time to set up the stuff that
Now it's
uses
cooked.
all the resources we've just gathered, and for that we'll need to expand our grid. Remember when I said air purifiers were overpowered? Well, they're currently eating 3.7 thousand pollution per minute. It takes 80 pollution to spawn a big biter.